Oh, you guys can hear me. I'm just trying to set up this for the first time and I'm having problems as usual. I'm working now. My God. Can you guys hear me? Is that you, my pal? I don't want to see your name online. Right, that's good. Oh, right. I don't know what I'm doing. This screen. I'm guessing you can see multiple screens, yeah? So in OBS. Right, bear with me. Oh, make sure the source is actually in the React video and not the YouTube Studio. What? I'm so lost. So lost. Maybe that one. Right, I don't get why. I don't get why. So you can see my face. I'm glad only you it's in here, pal. I don't want to say your name online. Um, that's a bit better, I think. Maybe. Oh, right, back to this. I'm going to try and go live on tablet, so never go smoothly. Me live. Right, but why is it doing this? Don't get why. Honestly, this. Here comes my pal again. But then how do I start the bloody video? On- So how do I start playing the video? So basic. Maybe takes so long when I'm in the room with my Wi-Fi. Oh, we're live, David. Yeah, I know I'm live. YouTube Studio to the video you want to right. Tablet set live. Okay. Make sure that window opens. This one. Video. Oh my god. Um, right, so you can see that's on the full screen now, and you can see me, yeah? Yay! Oh my god, Adele, that's such a headache. I know obviously once you do it a few times it'll be no problem, but are you wanting to sit with me through these clips? Okay, here we go. So welcome to my first-ish live. I'm going to be sitting here reacting to some horror clips. Let's hope that they're scary. Let's hope they're jumpy. That's it, yeah. Well, if that's not you, then welcome. Okay, so I'm going to start playing the clips, yeah? Because you'll probably be the only person on here. Here we go.
On October 18th,
Oh, turn the volume down.
2024, a classroom security video went viral after students were terrified by what it captured. The footage was shared by Mr.
Oh, this
Simon,
is
the
terrifying,
teacher,
by the way.
who only checked the camera after a student reported being bullied. When reviewing footage from the previous night, he saw a motion alert at 10 p.m. Expecting to find a thief or janitor, he instead saw something that shocked him to the core.
Okay. Ooh, terrifying. Come on. I want something to really scare me. It's a bit more scary than that if it goes. Right, so we saw the
Something
ghost.
appears at the classroom entrance in the footage. It's faint, but as the camera rotates, it stops, focused on the figure. Simon calls it a misty apparition. He is convinced something otherworldly appeared in his classroom, but he's left wondering what it really was. Whatever
What do you
it
think
was,
it is?
it's clear that Simon's classroom holds a
Oh.
terrifying secret. Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support.
You're welcome, Granny.
Jerry Bruce, a father known for his wholesome family videos, posted two that were anything but normal. These videos, unlike the others, reveal a terrifying side to his life. His family is being haunted. On May 26th, 2009, he's suddenly awoken by a strange noise in his living room. Grabbing his phone, he starts recording. He writes, "I've never seen anything like this. My wife and I were woken by the sound of a door closing. This video is all I have before we left." What he recorded is absolutely terrifying.
Here we go. Sorted. Right. It's these cameras, the mobile camera views that get me. So somebody's in the closet. There's no one there.
The door handle turns on its own, as if someone is inside, but there's no one there. While a draft might explain it for some, the second video shatters that theory. On July 11th, 2009, as Jerry films his son, something horrifying happens, something that can't be explained.
Oh.
Whoop!
Whoa. Yeah. Get him out of there.
In the second video, the closet door creaks open on its own, followed by a toy flipping over by itself. It's as if something inside the closet is stumbling toward the child. Panicked,
Ghost just once
Jerry
comes out of
grabs
the
his son
closet. Something
and
like that.
runs for his life. What's haunting their home? A vengeful spirit or something worse? The terror is
Something worse.
undeniable. You decide.
You decide.
YouTuber Urbex Hill explores Cleveland Elderwood, an abandoned city in Ohio.
a big
Elderwood was a
YouTuber.
thriving, close-knit community, home to a booming steel industry. However, decline began as the region experienced significant economic shifts, with many of its families leaving due to increasing crime rates, poverty, and urban decay. As Urbex Hill explores the city, he captures something that will shock you to the core.
So? What? Somebody there?
A door closes behind him. He approaches cautiously, only to find nothing there. But what comes next will send chills down your spine.
No. Whoa. What? Right? No chills yet. No chills yet.
Unknowingly, Urbex Hill captures the chilling image of a pale, eerie woman silently staring at him from the shadows. So, did Urbex Hill capture the spirit of a woman?
Where?
Perhaps one of the tragic victims of the
Oh, for
crime
God's
that once
sake.
plagued this
That could
place?
be anything.
Or is it simply a trick of the light?
Look at the light.
The answer is up to you.
Still there.
The abandoned
Lady
Gong GM mental asylum in
7650.
South Korea is notorious for being one of the most haunted places on Earth. Closed in the 1990s under mysterious circumstances, the reasons for its closure remain unclear. Locals speculate that both patients and staff died under strange conditions, leading many to believe the building is cursed. Despite the ominous reputation, YouTuber K-pop Dolo and his girlfriend Sarah decided to venture into the eerie asylum, capturing their chilling exploration on film.
That door is cut open. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Hello? 안녕하세요.
Yeah.
Here. Hey, grab the stuff. Okay, hurry up.
I would never. Could you go into a place like that? Never. Do chicken shit.
Look at this. This person, Cameron, was here on Halloween last year. The same day we were supposed to be here.
Yeah.
November 1st, 2013. We could have ran into him. Jesus Christ. This is something like out of Silent Hill. Okay.
I'm getting all sorts.
Inside the asylum, they discover decayed patient beds, rooms damaged by fire, and most strangely, footprints on the walls.
Weird. Spider-Man or something. It's too close. Does. Who sounds like an actor?
There's nothing. Just the way.
Well, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to try and get some more people on. This time, so I'm not very surprised there's only one person, but thanks very much for joining. Mate. Right, sorry about that. Oh, it's live, so no, you're very welcome. Very welcome indeed.
Did they capture paranormal activity linked to the haunting past of the asylum's patients and staff?
Possibly.
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Elaborate
the choice
hoax.
is yours.
What do you think?
The staff at the Mulder Hospital morgue in India were left shaking after reviewing unsettling footage from the morgue's outdoor camera. The video showed stretchers, typically used to transport bodies, mysteriously moving on their own, prompting widespread concern among the workers.
Well, do you believe in a paranormal, lady? And that's weird. How's that happening? Elaborate hoax, okay. So how do you explain that trolley moving about like that?
An easy explanation might suggest that the stretcher's movement is being controlled by wires. However,
Possibly.
the stretcher shifts in multiple directions, back and forth and even sideways, which would require an intricate system of multiple wires. In another clip, a morgue worker approaches one of the stretchers, but what happens next leaves him completely stunned.
Yes, I do. Yeah. It's too many. I've seen too many videos. I've never seen anything in real life, thankfully. So that one there, he's walking.
Now, does this footage provide
Not
undeniable
always.
evidence of paranormal activity
Obviously, there's
in
a
the
lot of
morgue,
that going on, but
or
not
is there
always.
a logical explanation behind these strange occurrences? You decide.
You decide. Number 20. So this is like an hour and a
Angela,
half video.
home alone with her baby around 10
Oh.
p.m., receives a notification from her Ring security camera. Assuming it's her husband returning from work, she doesn't think much of it.
I saw someone who does like ghost. Here we go. I can't remember what the things are called. Investigations, ghost investigations, and they said that because there's so many more cameras now, like everywhere, it's some kind of electronic fields are attracting more paranormal and more ghosts. I don't know.
But when no one comes inside, concern sets in. Curious,
The EM
she
field?
checks the footage,
Don't know.
and what she sees is downright chilling.
That's it. What is ghost obsession? Bloody doors. Where? Oh, right there. Right there, yeah. That is weird. I think that's
Through the
weird.
glass of the patio door, a young girl in a dress appears, standing completely still before vanishing into thin air. What's even more unsettling is that the figure is inside the house, looking out. Angela, already on edge, is struck with terror, knowing she's alone at home with her baby. She spends a sleepless night, haunted by the event. Even 2 days later, she's unable to make sense of what she saw, leading her to desperately search for a logical explanation to debunk the footage.
Okay, so this is the area.
I've been
The door
out of breath.
is, like,
I was
standing
kind of
inside.
shaky at the
We
moment.
don't have anything or
The
keep anything
walkway
in this area
area is always empty. No other creepy things have really happened.
because it's a walkway and it'd be really awkward. And then this is where the security camera is. So when I looked at the footage, I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that though.
Now, was it simply a
Who's the big girl, though?
coincidence? Or did Angela's camera capture something beyond explanation? The truth is left for you to decide.
The ghost.
On September 27th, 2024, TikToker Jalen captured a chilling moment at her grandparents' house, a place filled with vintage items she suspects might be haunted.
No wonder.
While working on her
them.
laptop, something eerie caught her eye, prompting her to record the unsettling scene. What she captured that night may forever change how she views the home.
Doll's head's going to turn towards the camera, maybe? Why is it filled with dolls? Dolls scare me more than ghosts watching ghosts.
This
He's
thing
happy.
just moved.
Oh, holy miss it. What was it? The eyes, the hands. Get that tape.
What's that?
He poked his head out, I swear to God. I don't believe in God, but I swear to him. What's going to happen? Yeah, we go over the doors again. So he just wants a bit of peace. He's just a grumpy old doll man and wants a bit of peace. Made that noise. Who went, ah? Me?
The door just moved.
Yeah.
33 proposed 100 affordable housing laws.
We need to get a haircut soon. Oh my God. Right. Yeah, deflate that bastard. Who's he supposed to be anyway?
Are you real?
Yes. Imagine he just stands up.
You can do it again.
Right. Watch him closely.
I won't watch.
See what happens. Ugh. Is his head going to turn? He's going to go, hi. What? Oh, I didn't see anything.
Jalen
see
soon
anything?
realized what she had seen earlier wasn't her imagination.
Was it his hand?
The mannequin was moving, but only
right, I
subtly,
missed that.
and only when she wasn't directly looking at it. Using a mirror to catch
that
its
strings
reflection,
as well?
she tricked it into revealing its movements. Viewers also noticed strange coincidences. A balloon and a door seemed to divert her attention, almost as if to stop her from catching the doll in action. Despite these odd distractions, she managed to record the eerie moment. The question remains, how did the doll move on its own? And were the distractions intentional or just a coincidence? What do you think?
What do you think?
On the night of December 1st, 2019, young Oscar Nunes Jr. sneaks out of his room to watch TV and falls asleep on the couch. His father, Oscar, isn't surprised, as this has happened before. However, that night, something unsettling happens. The family had recently experienced strange occurrences, including a bizarre swarm of flies surrounding their home.
Hell no.
They now suspect something is deeply wrong inside the house, and they believe this eerie incident might be connected to what the camera captured while the boy slept.
Leave the kids alone. Oh, the boys down here, yeah. Something up here. Petrified.
When Oscar reviewed the camera footage, he spotted a figure standing motionless in the hallway at 3 a.m., even though no one else was awake. Strangely, his son, who had been moving restlessly on the couch, seemed to notice it. Then, the figure vanished without a trace, leaving the hallway empty. Oscar couldn't shake the feeling that this eerie event was somehow connected to the recent fly infestation. But what do you think?
Yeah.
Let me know your
Why
thoughts.
all the flies? Why all the flies?
In this video, a woman named Rosanna is lying in bed when she captures something disturbing on camera. Despite being paralyzed with fear, she manages to record the incident, hoping to prove that something is seriously wrong with her apartment. The situation has become so unsettling that her children can't live with her, and even her cats seem affected. In one clip, her cat reacts in a terrifying way.
Cats and dogs always know. Yeah, see, you always know.
Rosanna's choice to keep her family away from the apartment is driven by this and other unsettling incidents. Recently, something happened that not only confirmed her decision, but also made her leave the place entirely.
What does that mean, defect? I know what the word defect means, but something gone wrong. I hear some music. All said. What's going on? No wonder she's freaking out. I black out. I don't know what's happening to me. Oh, okay.
Rosanna claims that in this moment, she saw a shadowy figure emerge just behind the door.
Oh my god.
Shortly after,
I saw that,
she
but I
began
didn't
to
realise it
feel
was like
disoriented,
on head.
as if she were about to lose consciousness.
Right, pause. I black out. I don't know what's happening to me. The video will stay like this for hours.
This incident is undeniably disturbing, though what truly happened that night remains unclear. Rosanna is determined not to stay in the apartment much longer, but will continue documenting these occurrences until she can move. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
That's a bit weird.
A person, walking alone at 1 a.m. on his way to his brother's house somewhere in Mexico, found himself on a road known for its haunted reputation. The area is said to be the site where a young girl tragically lost her life. As he walked, he began recording, sharing the eerie tales tied to this stretch of road. But just as he explained the haunting, he saw something that left him completely shaken.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Oigan, fíjense que vine a visitar aquí a un hermano. Dicen que aquí, miren, les voy a mostrar. Parecer aquí anda una morrilla, que anda una niña aquí en este baldío que supuestamente mataron hace muchos años, pero resulta que, hijo de su puta madre, ¿qué es eso? Pero, no mami, no. ¿Se vieron lo que era?
As he walked down the eerie road, he suddenly noticed a little girl standing silently beneath a tree ahead of him. Fear and shock gripped him as he stared in disbelief. Unsure of what he was witnessing, he cautiously backed away. Now, was it the spirit of the girl said to haunt this road, or something else entirely? The choice is yours to make.
Choice is yours to make. 15.
Avery Jones, a dedicated traveler who roams from one destination to another. Currently exploring
nice.
Costa Rica,
Oh,
she
I live in
decided to head to
Portugal.
the beach one night. However, she was forced to stop when a mysterious sound echoed through the darkness.
Oh, this noise is literally getting closer, as if it's like right outside the gate.
Waiting. Oh.
Is that an angry gorilla? It's coming from right over there.
Oh, moving?
That's the way you gotta walk to the beach. And I was gonna take a nice walk over there this morning to the beach. I'm not going over there now.
Not anymore.
Because what the is that?
That sounds like is that a koopabarra? or something?
Terrifying. Whatever can make that noise can probably rip my fucking face off.
Run? Why are you standing there? Is
But it's been
that a
making that noise.
koopabarra?
Oh my
I don't know
god.
what that is.
What is that?
Could be wind howling through a cave, maybe?
A mysterious howling broke the silence, startling Avery. Some believe it's Bigfoot, a legendary ape-like figure said to roam forests and leave giant footprints. Others say it's a howler monkey, known for its loud
Yeah, more
call
likely.
resonating through the jungle.
More like
But whatever it is, it's not something you'd want to face in the dark of night.
It's not dark at night at the moment.
Amelia, who recently moved into a 250-year-old Victorian home in the UK, notices a loose floorboard and decides to investigate. As she lifts it, she discovers a coin from 1904 buried among the dust and copper pipes. But what truly catches her attention is an eerie, antique book hidden beneath the floor.
That's not going to cause any
How
issues.
long do you reckon that was in there for? It's definitely a book, but they're not like actual pages, they're like really thick. Alright, I'm gonna have to open this on camera.
The book appears to be an old photo album, but as Amelia flips through the pages, the images become more and more unsettling. Some depict empty rooms, rooms that look eerily identical to the ones in her own home.
The book seemed normal at the start, filled with old portraits. But things took a creepy turn the further I went into the book. I noticed what seemed like a very old photo of my house. This is when the pictures took an unsettling turn. The rest of the album is filled with pictures of empty rooms that have an unsettling feeling. A dark shadow appears in all of these photos.
Not long after uncovering the mysterious old book, Amelia begins to notice strange and unexplainable occurrences throughout her home.
Of course.
Odd noises echo through the halls, and objects seem to shift on their own, making her question whether she is truly alone.
And it's
Is anyone
like,
truly alone?
it just stopped. And now it's like... Am I tripping out?
Yeah, that's strange.
Some
Get
viewers
closer.
suggest the floating dart could be caused by an unusual magnetic force,
Yeah,
but what
could be.
happens next defies explanation.
It was flying.
One night, Amelia is
No.
startled by loud banging coming from her upstairs bedroom. She grabs her phone and hurries to investigate.
Someone's getting
As she
lucky.
records the unfolding events, she witnesses something so unsettling that it sends a chill down your spine.
Scariest footage I've got so far. Right, hold on. Let me rewind that.
Am I tripping?
From her upstairs bedroom, she grabs her phone and hurries to investigate. As she records the unfolding events, she witnesses something so unsettling that it sends a chill down your spine.
Scariest footage I've caught so far. I kept hearing banging from upstairs and caught this on camera. Is this kind of Pornhub thing? Oh, I can't move. Oh my gosh.
As Amelia steps into the room, the curtain suddenly flies open, and a pair of headphones hanging on the wall drops to the floor without explanation. What makes this even more unsettling is that this is the same room where the mysterious floating dartboard was seen earlier. Shaken, Amelia admits
But not
she is
stirred.
now genuinely terrified. Strange occurrences are no longer rare. They happen
What the
constantly
hell's
throughout
that?
the house.
Alright, okay. Oh my god, I thought that was a grudge moment.
Could opening the old book have disturbed something lurking within the home? Did she awaken a spiritual presence? Or is there another explanation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Yes, please do.
This next video, posted by an anonymous user, shows a man and his dog stumbling upon a hidden cave deep in the forest.
No.
He
No.
decides to venture inside,
Oh,
and as you might expect, things take a horrifying turn.
it's like if something creeps around the corner. Every time I see something with a cave now, I just automatically think of The Descent, that movie. And the dog's like, nope, I'm out of here. Right, you don't get rabies. You get rabies from bats, can't you? Well, he doesn't get rabies, but if he does, then it's his own fault for going into a cave. Then again, I wouldn't have any of them. Oh. Boy. Bats not eat that? I don't know. What did,
He comes
what did
across
bats eat?
bats and a massive centipede crawling along the walls. But as he ventures deeper, he comes face to face with something so horrifying that he has no choice but to flee the cave immediately.
Stay behind me.
What? Come from my glowing eyes, maybe?
What is that?
What? Oh my god.
Oh,
There's somebody there. Oh my god.
Come on.
Who's that?
His flashlight reveals a dark, cloaked figure standing still, as if waiting for him like a reaper, and it stares without moving. He turns and runs,
There,
desperate
Reaper.
to escape.
Oh, shit. Come on. Come on.
Whatever this figure is, one thing is clear. Never explore a cave hidden deep in the forest.
No, don't. I certainly won't anyway, that's for sure.
A woman named Jessica shares that she recently bought a playhouse for her daughter, which closely resembles their own home, even featuring a motion-sensing doorbell camera.
Oh, that's
For a
mental.
house tour.
How much was that?
Playhouse. And I'm going to show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have.
Since then, strange things have been happening at their home. Jessica's daughter claims that she occasionally sees a frightening figure inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
Oh,
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
somebody at the door.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
No, don't take your way in
Do you want to
there.
open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah.
He's scary.
Oh, scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
I think the mum's scared
Jessica's
now.
daughter insists that the frightening figure
right,
is in
though.
her room. But Jessica doesn't notice anything and brushes it off, thinking it's just her daughter's imagination.
No.
However, a few nights later, something happens that really shocks Jessica. While sitting in her living room, she gets a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's playhouse.
What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Got it. Okay, if that head suddenly goes out of here. Oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Oh. Tension is building. Right, is that strings? Is that strings? Not everything can be strings. Oh. So, is the camera supposed to be turning like that, or is that? It must be. I don't know. Why is she just standing there?
The camera isn't one that moves on its own motor.
There you go.
It's actually attached to the playhouse door. So the back and forth motion shows that the door is opening and closing by itself. Things get even stranger when the camera repeatedly captures a mannequin head in the corner. Its hair appears to be lifted by some invisible force, only to suddenly drop back down. After witnessing the unsettling events, Jessica finally reaches her breaking point and dismantles the playhouse, desperately hoping to rid their home of whatever dark presence lurks within.
Every single thing is strings.
Yet, despite her efforts, her daughter continues to claim that she still sees the terrifying figure.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Rock bags and emu. There's somebody
A concerned
at the door.
family in the Philippines recorded a chilling moment while monitoring their sleeping grandmother, who had been suffering from sleep paralysis. They captured her during one of these episodes, and what they recorded was truly haunting.
Oh. Right, that's not strings. That's a shadow beastie. That's not strings. Explain that then, smart arse. She's trying to wave it away.
The cameras captured the eerie silhouette of a massive shadow figure appearing out of nowhere. Startled, her daughter sprinted over, desperately trying to dispel the ominous dark presence. While some remain convinced by the eerie footage, others are skeptical, dismissing the incident as nothing more than a fly caught in the right place at the right time. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts.
It's the Grim Reaper coming for her, I think.
Chase and his wife Rachel had been staying at her grandfather's house, who had sadly passed away just a month earlier. Late one night, as the couple was winding down and getting ready for bed, something truly terrifying unfolded.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you.
Why did they always knock on doors?
Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And, like, we're literally just...
Out of nowhere, the bedroom door starts to rattle violently, as if someone or something is on the other side. But there's no one there. Chase and Rachel decide they've had enough and quickly start packing to return to their own home. But just as they're getting ready to leave, something even more disturbing happens.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh,
what was that? Oh, back again.
Oh my God.
I hear you knocking.
Okay, yeah, we're out
But
here.
you can't come in.
I'm leaving. Like, I don't know what's going on.
That's my song.
The
that I
door
sing in
suddenly
all these
slams
videos.
shut on its own and begins rattling again, this time even more violently than before.
Okay, yeah, we're out here.
Some believe it could be the spirit of Rachel's grandfather, now lingering in the home he once lived in. Others suspect something much darker has taken up residence.
Of course.
Possibly drawn in by its long period of abandonment. As
It
for
wasn't a
Chase
long
and Rachel,
period.
they still have no idea what truly caused the horrifying events.
Oh, I'm so daft.
The following footage comes from a man in Tennessee who's chosen to remain anonymous.
I don't know what to do with my arms.
For over 11 years, he's dealt with strange occurrences in his home. But recently, things have taken a much darker turn.
Oh.
To get to the bottom of it, he installed security cameras around the house in hopes of capturing whatever was going on. He believes the mysterious activity might be connected to the spirit of his late wife. Then, one early morning, just as he's getting ready to leave for work, he walks into the kitchen and is met with something he never expected.
Good morning, guys. This is just a quick update because I gotta get to work. But when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, the stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely.
That could be strings. Wrong string.
When he checks his Ring camera footage, he's stunned to see one of the
Grandma's
kitchen
nightmares.
chairs moving by itself. Then, out of nowhere, a pale, ghostly figure suddenly appears and hurls the chair violently to the ground. But that's just the beginning. Not long after, he starts hearing heavy footsteps pacing up and down his hallway. He decides to investigate, but what he discovers shakes him to his very core.
His very core.
Oh, knackered back. I'm gonna go into the hallway and see if I can hear. It sounds like it's down at the end of the hallway. Right back there.
Look when he peeked around the corner. Oh, that's not him.
That was like somebody who was behind me. There was somebody right behind me. I felt like my face was right here. They were really tall.
The most haunted involved. They are so real.
Frozen, I couldn't move. Oh,
Yvette Fielding.
that's not
Get Yvette involved.
really tall.
Overwhelmed with emotion, the man breaks down in tears as he recounts what happened. He claims he felt an icy hand press against his back and could hear several faint voices all around him, voices desperately pleading for help.
Oh. That is freaky.
At this point, the man no longer believes he's dealing with the spirit of his late wife. Instead, He fears there may be multiple entities inside his home, and possibly something far more sinister. But what do you think is really happening here? Is this simply the imagination of a grieving husband, or has something truly malevolent taken hold of the house? The choice is yours.
Well, you could definitely hear that. I mean, if you were there...
A woman managed to buy an old cabin in Oregon for a bargain, despite its disturbing
That means it's
reputation.
haunted. Yeah.
The place had once belonged to a female teacher who died from an unknown illness, and ever since, locals have claimed to hear crying inside the cabin at night, or spot a shadowy figure on the balcony. Unfazed by these stories, the new owner didn't believe in any superstitions, and went ahead with the purchase. But when she visited the cabin for renovations and began recording, strange things started happening. Her toddler kept talking to someone unseen, and the family dog stared intently at empty corners as if watching someone unfamiliar. Later, as she reviewed the footage, she spotted something so terrifying that it made her blood run cold.
The thing is,
we're totally
that door in there is really stiff. Like all of them are. So.
Right, so what's going to appear? Going to appear. You see something starting to appear.
What the fuck? It just.
Oh.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What was that?
A dark, shadowy figure
who
appears
was
to
that?
move behind an upstairs door in the cabin, then quickly disappears from sight. Too unnerved to investigate further, she avoids going upstairs that night. A few days later, she comes back and films an update, pointing out exactly where the figure was spotted, and giving a closer look at the cabin's interior.
Right. Here is the stairwell, okay, that you see. There's the porch. And here is the doorway in the question that, like, the notorious doorway that had whatever. Look, these are, like, notes still that, from Emily, the daughter. And, these are from the lady who died here. And then...
The lady then?
Oh, I hate it here. I mean, it can seem creepy when she goes downstairs. I'm not even going down.
Ah!
I said I'd go through. I'm not going down this way, though. I'll show you. The porch is about really, it's like fairly hanging on. There's downstairs. I do not even want to. I mean, I'll go down there, but.
What? How's it that dirty?
Here's the downstairs, which sort of creeps me out the most. However, I mean, during the day, it's not as bad. And especially if there's people here, I feel fine.
Really?
It's like, I'm totally fine as long as there's people here.
Yeah,
When
people in
it's just
that
me,
mess.
and when it's, especially when it's starting to get dark out, no, forget it, I'm not. I mean, look at all this paperwork. All these papers, and look at the shape of this place. I mean, fuck, I got my work cut out for me. Nice big fireplace with an insert in there. Yeah. This is the creepiest part down here. There's the freezer without, like, apparently still got meat in there. I'm not looking in there. A friend of mine came and cleared out the way over here so that just so we could walk in. I mean, it was piled up to, like, it was piled up like a good 3-4 feet. Sort of like back there, but even, I think, higher. Yeah, so, and then here's the stairs that go up. There's the pantry. It's all fucking dark as hell. That shit, okay? And back there, it looks like they tried, like it was just, like that, whatever wall right there behind the shelf. On the other side of it, it's just shelves, and it has like turpentine and like some old cans of paint and shit.
There aren't any curtains or objects near the door that could explain away the figure as just a trick of the eye. The cabin itself is in total disarray. Exactly the kind of place people say attracts dark energy. But could this be the restless spirit of the teacher who died here? Or is there another explanation?
No.
Share your
No
thoughts
other
below.
explanation.
Olivia, a young woman living with her boyfriend, claims their apartment has become a hotbed of bizarre activity. Doors randomly swing open and slam shut, as if moved by unseen hands. One evening, the couple comes home to find something horrifying staring out at them from their own window.
If there's nobody supposed to be in the house, what the hell is that? You think these are all fake? Every single one of them?
But things only get worse. The paranormal disturbances escalate day by day, and one night, while Olivia and her boyfriend are at home, they experience something truly terrifying.
Wait. There's legit no one in here, dude.
Could it be?
No one is in here. No.
At the door, or child?
So, is a sinister presence lurking in their apartment,
terrifying, but
hiding in the darkness and tormenting the couple? That's for you to decide.
Supposed to some people. I mean, that's terrifying. If it's real.
Jack is an explorer who visits haunted places all over Great
Mustache.
Britain and collects haunted items.
He's a character.
Ever since he got this particular painting, showing a scene from 1940s Wigan, which the artist reportedly created before taking his own life.
Oh.
He says his house hasn't been the same. Still, despite the eerie events, Jack keeps the painting as a prized part of his collection. One day, while he was napping on the couch, something creepy woke him up.
Just fell asleep on the couch and the bathroom door was repeatedly banging.
More like him.
Stop!
Why? Oh.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the actual... I like that song as well.
Stop!
Oh.
I do know what is going on in here today, but there's some kind of an atmosphere as well.
Safe here.
What the hell is that? Did you see that?
Oh, what?
He was
Sorry, I missed
startled
it.
awake by the bathroom door banging open and shut over and over. After telling Alexa to stop, more bizarre things happen, including the brief appearance of a child who quickly
See that?
disappears.
What the hell's that?
At the same time, his cats start acting strangely, staring at the walls as if something invisible is there. Jack guesses that as long as he keeps the painting, more weird things might happen.
He likes that stuff though, does he not?
But is Jack truly being haunted by the painting?
Like that
Or has
fireplace.
something darker found its way into his home? That's for you to decide. The following clips were uploaded by social media user Danny. Danny lives
Danny.
with his partner and their young children, and for the past few years, they've been experiencing unsettling paranormal activity around their home.
Hate that.
Cardo,
Whoa, what's going to
this
happen?
just opened by itself.
Oh. Will those be cubby holes?
The cupboard door slowly creaks
That's
open
like,
on its own.
Paranormal
Danny
Activity
insists
3.
he was the only
I
one
love
in
that
the room
film.
at the time. However, the disturbing activity doesn't end there.
Get a tissue. Don't yell like that. Look at me. First
He's
of all,
with today's
don't
quip.
raise your voice like that. Inappropriate.
Oh.
See, now the ghost is very upset. Don't do that.
That and there's no ghost in here.
Well, that's... I don't know.
While talking with his son,
It's funny.
Danny is startled as several toys inexplicably fall, seemingly pushed by an unseen force. Unable to explain these strange occurrences, he continues to document and share the unsettling events around his home, hoping someone might offer a solution.
Raise your voice like that. Inappropriate. And see, now the ghost is very upset.
What was funny?
A man named Frank was exploring abandoned locations when he came across a strange place covered in demonic symbols on the walls. It turned out to be a mistake to enter, because just a few days later, he began to experience strange occurrences in his home, like hearing unsettling noises at night. One evening, he heard these noises and decided to record.
Señora, estoy grabando porque estoy escuchando
Because
otra
I'm
vez los
recording
sonidos.
because I'm hearing the sounds again. Can you hear it? What the hell? The device has just been turned on again. How did that turn on? You're haunted. The door. Somebody close the door.
Hola.
Hola, amigo.
A children's toy suddenly switches on by itself. Then when he checks the room, the door slams shut as if trying to trap him inside. The next night, he hears something even more disturbing coming from the same room.
Escucha. Soy un niño. Escucha. ¿Qué cojones? No hay nadie.
No one there.
He hears distorted, eerie baby cries. But when he opens the door, there's no one there. Days later, he records again after hearing strange sounds coming from the bathroom. What he captures makes his blood run cold.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy escuchando
Start
sonidos
recording because I'm hearing sounds in the bathroom. Very rare, and I am at home alone. As I say, the bathroom. Someone's going to keep round. Oh, someone's going to keep round the corner of that curtain. It's like Psycho all over again. What? Oh. Oh my
When
God.
he goes in, the shower curtain begins moving on its own, as if someone is hiding behind it. Moments later, everything falls to the floor, and we see that there's no one there. Frank is left deeply shaken. Many believe
hello,
he's being
Frank.
haunted by some kind of child spirit that has attached itself to him. What do you think? Could a spirit really have latched onto him, or is something else going on? A video posted on YouTube in January 2013 shows a child in the living room of their home. He is making a video while playing with a mini skateboard. But all this good time quickly goes downhill when something frightening happens.
Open the door again. Chair right in front of him. That could have been his foot. That could have been his foot.
¡Bruno!
That wasn't.
Se movió la silla.
Don't talk about
While the boy was
Bruno.
filming,
No,
out of
no,
nowhere
no.
the dining chair slides backward, as if it were being pulled by an invisible force. The sound startles everyone, especially the family's cat, which immediately runs away in fright.
Oh.
The child just sits there, stunned, calling out his brother's name and staring at what had just happened. But as he tries to explain to his brother what he had just witnessed, something even more disturbing happens.
Sí. Tipo, es de arquiteta.
No wonder they're terrified.
The door to the living room slammed shut with great force, as if someone had pushed it aggressively.
Or the door.
This sudden escalation from a moving chair to a slamming door left the boy deeply unsettled.
No wonder.
No one else was in the room, and there was no clear explanation for what had just happened. Some people who saw the footage speculated that it could have been staged using fishing line or other tricks. However, others pointed out that the cat's immediate and genuine reaction suggested something far more mysterious might have been at play.
Who knows? Oh, hi, Mike Wiener.
This video comes from Harry McClary.
Which one
One
scared you?
day, Harry decided to play with a Ouija board, thinking nothing bad would happen. But a few nights later, he woke up to this.
Welcome,
A
by the way,
deliberate
Mike.
attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance. But I have a skill you might like.
Fuck.
Want to try
No,
it?
you definitely can.
Tee, 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 tee.
Another night, Harry and his girlfriend were woken up by their dog barking in a very strange way right at the bedroom door. When Harry goes to check, things take a terrifying turn.
You're good, mate. Is this the one where the ghost runs upstairs?
Hello? Oh my god!
No thanks.
Something comes running out of the basement, startling them as the door slams shut over and over.
Is that a video?
This time, Harry decides to go down there himself to see what's really happening. It did not go well.
That's that. Oh. It is. Ah, Christ.
The door finally stops, and just as Harry gets
Shake
close,
myself,
it swings
honestly.
wide open, revealing a completely dark room, almost as if something is trying to lure him inside. Luckily, Harry quickly escapes. But just a few days later, Harry captures something terrifying on camera.
Basements and attics. Nope. Put me out. Right, so that. Oh. Some. That footsteps. Oh, what was that? Yeah, it did. Ah! Fuck's sake. Sorry for swearing. That's what we want. Jump scares, a wee bit of jump scares.
The
Does you
lamp
good.
suddenly shatters, and just seconds later, a figure can be seen crouching inside one of the dark rooms.
Oh.
Eventually, they cleansed the house, and for a while, it seemed like everything was over. But a few nights later, whatever this was came back.
There's a dog. Again, they know. It's black. That does not bode well. Goes like, let me at him. Let me at him. But swinging again.
So what exactly did Harry bring into his home after playing with the Ouija board?
Oh, I never knew
Is it a real
Ouija
ghost?
board. No wonder.
Or just an elaborate hoax? You be the judge.
No wonder. Would you play with a Ouija board, Mike? I wouldn't. No chance.
This recording remains one of the most disturbing clips ever broadcast by major Indonesian news outlets. It all began with a fire breaking out in a local shopping mall. As crowds rushed to evacuate, some filmed the chaos on their phones. And it was during this frantic escape that something unexpected was captured.
Hi, Chaos Fairy. Thanks for joining. How are you tonight?
The person filming followed a group leaving the parking area. Then, the camera caught a strange figure standing still, simply watching. She didn't move and showed no urgency to leave. The figure appeared to be a woman with unnaturally pale skin, long black hair, and a white dress.
No chance, mate.
The most
No chance
unsettling
with that
detail
news one.
was that her feet were nowhere to be seen, as if she were floating a few inches above the ground. Many believed it showed a supernatural apparition, even suggesting that investigators look into the land where the mall was built. Skeptics argued it was nothing more than a reflection or poor video quality. Still, the way that figure remained motionless as everyone else ran for safety is enough to spark doubt.
I think it's just a blurry picture. Right, so you've came it right at the end of that video, so I've got another one. Hold on. Right, this one. Oh, here's Suspects. You ever watch Suspects?
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Well, Mike, I'm sorry to hear about that. Sorry for your loss.
The first video we'll be having a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account known as DogsHouse23 and showcases a piece of home security camera footage taken late at night inside this seemingly normal house. In the beginning of the video, we watch as several family members wander around the house, simply going about their business like any ordinary day.
Are you managing? Are you okay now though?
But while they're doing this, something very unusual is happening that may be hard to notice.
Spooks, he's just a kid. Ever seen him? He's a nice guy. No, you're welcome, mate. Hope you're okay. Yeah.
Did you see it? Throughout the footage, there appears to be some sort of strange, orb-like object floating around the room. Most of the time, videos like this can be explained away as dust or insects passing in front of the camera. But this particular orb stands out because of how visible and consistent it appears throughout the clip. The way it moves through the room is what makes the footage feel especially strange, almost as if it's deliberately drifting around the family while they remain completely unaware of it. A second video was uploaded later on, showing even more unsettling.
So, Chaos Theory, I can't say that word right. Theory, you debunk a lot of videos. Have you seen these ones and what do you think?
Activity. This time outside near the back of the house. Pay close attention to the lower left-hand corner.
Yeah, definitely, mate. They always know, don't they? They always know.
Right around here, what appears to be a dark shadow figure can briefly be seen lingering near the edge of the frame before disappearing from view. It's possible there could be a more ordinary explanation behind what's being seen in both clips, especially considering how security cameras can distort lighting, shadows, and movement at night. Even so, the combination of the orb footage and the figure appearing outside is enough to make the videos feel difficult to ignore. So what do you make of these clips? Could this family really have captured paranormal activity inside and around their home? Or is there another explanation for what was caught on camera?
Funny, because if I was outside, I'd be too nervous. I'm a bit of an anxious person. So if we were outside at a pub or something, I'd be like, oh, right, what do we talk about? What do we talk about? Because we've got something here, then I'd just talk a lot of garbage, to be honest. So you can talk a lot of garbage too.
A YouTuber known as Stanatar555 uploaded a video to the short section of the platform in June of 2018 that sees him filming something very bizarre while at his sister's house at 3 in the morning. In the video, we watch as Stanatar films the lamp sitting on the desk in front of him. As we can clearly see, the lamp is completely turned off. However, when he pans the camera over toward the mirror, the reflection of the lamp somehow appears to be lit up. Stanatar also clarified in the description that no other light sources were turned on in the room at the time of the recording. So why is the lamp appearing to be on in the mirror when it's clearly off in reality? The whole thing feels almost like something out of the Twilight Zone. Some viewers have also pointed out what looks like a possible figure underneath the table, though it's difficult to make out clearly. A second part was uploaded the following night, and this time we see this.
Pareidolia, is that what you call it when you see a face in something? What's going to happen?
On night 2, everything appears to be completely normal again, with the reflection matching the room exactly as you'd expect. One possible explanation is that the lamp may still have had a small amount of current running through it, causing a faint glow that wasn't visible from Danitar's angle in the room, but could still be picked up through the camera and reflection. Some older or lower quality LED lights are known to continue glowing slightly, even after being switched off. Still, the contrast between the two videos is pretty strange, especially with how clearly the reflection appears illuminated in the first clip. So what do you think happened here? Was this just some odd visual anomaly, or did Danitar capture something genuinely difficult to explain? The creepy subreddit is filled with videos and photos that are, well, exactly as the name suggests, and this post made by user AlFuriousCXII is no exception. The video, filmed by the uploader himself, shows him standing inside a children's museum in front of some kind of thermal camera display. At first, everything appears perfectly normal, but when he steps back for a moment, things suddenly become a lot stranger. Right around here, what appears to be some kind of cold body suddenly becomes visible on the thermal camera. The shape is faint, but distinct enough to immediately stand out against the warmer color surrounding it. The unsettling part is how human-like the outline appears, especially because it seems to show up only after the uploader moves away from the screen. That said, many people in the comments were fairly skeptical of the clip. One of the most popular explanations is that the shape is simply leftover heat from where the uploader had been standing moments earlier, causing the thermal camera to briefly retain the outline. Even so, the way the figure suddenly appears on screen is still pretty eerie to watch. So what do you think was captured here? Just a normal effect from the thermal camera, or something a bit more unusual?
That's a human, so it could be the head, obviously, the body, legs, 2 arms splayed out like that. What do you think?
Usual. Reddit user Ben4333 posted a video to the Alien subreddit a couple of weeks ago to share footage reportedly filmed over Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada on April 19, 2026. For the first few seconds of the clip, we watch as Ben records the nighttime activity around him before panning the camera upward and revealing something pretty mesmerizing.
UFOs? Are we alone in the universe? I don't think we are. And then anything can be fake these days. Real or fake? That looks too fake to me.
A glowing object with a very unusual shape can suddenly be seen hovering in the sky above the base. The object appears almost disc-like, with rows of light surrounding it and a bright blue glow coming from underneath, giving it a look that doesn't immediately resemble a conventional aircraft. The way it hangs motionless in the sky is what really stands out. Combined with the lighting,
perspective is the thing. We don't know how big or small it is. If it's above the base and it's massive, then you know it could be, but no way we are. Nah, it doesn't support us being. Whether others are here, that's still speculative. Yep, definitely. I saw something about Trump going to give something away, saying that they're not alone, and then apparently it was all fake.
and shape, it creates a moment that feels genuinely surreal. It's easy to see why people interested in UFOs would find this footage compelling, especially given the location and the object's appearance. Unfortunately, Ben never really expanded on the sighting in the comments, so there's very little context surrounding what was actually happening during the recording. Because of that, it's difficult to say whether this was something explainable or something far more unusual. So what do you think was captured over Nellis Air Force Base that night? In this video posted to TikTok on April 22nd, 2026, a user known as Poor Just Ryan explains that he had just pulled into his driveway when he noticed something strange. The lights inside his shed were somehow turned on. Ryan says he hadn't even been inside the shed in 3 days, so naturally he was confused as to why the lights would suddenly be on. After parking his car, he decides to head over and investigate for himself.
I gotta see what's going on. Hold on. This is insane. Doors open in here too? Hey, who's in here? Hey!
You hear that?
Who is in here?
You hear that moan?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh, hold on. Off. It didn't pick it up on camera, but I saw what almost looks like a see-through feather floating behind me. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I went behind my view. It went behind my view. I saw it again, and then I couldn't see it.
What is that? What is that?
And whatever it is, a weird tapping noise.
Oh my god, dude, Hey, who is in here, man? I'm over it!
As soon as he pushes the shed door open, a faint voice can seemingly be heard saying, "Get out."
Doors open in here too? Hey, who's in here?
That
Hey!
didn't sound like get out. That
What's
was
interesting is that
like,
Ryan doesn't appear to react at all, suggesting he likely didn't hear it at the time of recording. A little later, Ryan asks out loud, "What's that?" He explains through on-screen text that the camera didn't pick it up very well, but claims that in the moment, he saw what looked like a see-through feather floating behind him. According to him, it disappeared from view shortly afterward.
Oh my god, dude, Hey, who is in here, man? I'm over it! Oh my god.
Who was that?
Did you hear that?
Pops its
My
head
dog's
out. Yeah, I heard
How's my
that.
dog outside? How did my dog just get outside?
I heard that, Ryan.
After talking briefly about his dog and continuing to look around, Ryan moves toward the ladder once again and suddenly hears this.
Okay. I'm done.
I heard that.
I'm done.
I was like,
I'm done. Oh my god, I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
The noise catches him completely off guard, bringing the clip to another abrupt and unsettling moment.
Okay.
Okay, now it's getting
Could this
sexual.
possibly be some kind of ghost or spirit lingering around Ryan's property? It's certainly easy to see why some viewers would think so after hearing and seeing everything
That's
shown throughout
spooky.
the video. It's possible there could be ordinary explanations for some of what's happening here, especially when it comes to strange audio or small details that are difficult to clearly make out on camera.
None of these are really terrifying, but if it was in your house or my house, then yeah, I think it would be terrifying.
Even so, the combination of the voice, the unexplained sounds, and Ryan's reaction gives the whole video a very uneasy atmosphere. So what do you think is going on around Ryan's house? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below.
No idea.
Reddit user Lazy Strawberry 07 posted a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit in which they explained that their father-in-law caught this footage inside his house while nobody else was home.
Doors again. Right. What is it with doors and ghosts? Do you guys think that's strings? Or are you believers?
At the beginning of the video, one of the closet doors suddenly swings open on its own before eventually shutting again. A few moments later, a second door opens by itself, followed shortly after by the first door opening once more. According to the uploader, the closet only contains a washing machine and dryer, with very little room for anything else inside. They also mention that the doors only have handles on the outside. If you listen closely near the beginning of the clip, you can also hear what sounds like some kind of faint shuffling or dragging noise coming from nearby.
Yeah, I hear it.
The way the doors move is what really makes the footage feel strange. They don't seem to drift open naturally, but instead move with a quickness that makes the moment feel much harder to dismiss as something like airflow. Could this possibly be some kind of paranormal activity taking place inside the house? It's easy to see why the
Definitely
uploader was
strings.
unsettled by what was captured. Of course, there may
Yes.
still be a more ordinary
Lady,
explanation
not everything
behind the
is
movement,
strings.
even if it doesn't immediately seem obvious from the footage alone. So what do you think happened here? Could this house actually be haunted, or is there another explanation for the doors moving on their own?
Possibility. When it comes to doors and chairs and things moving, then yes,
This
things
next
are a
video
bit
was
big
actually
possibility.
featured on my channel several years ago, but I figured it would be worth revisiting since it's been such a long time. The video was posted to...
Right. Sorry, I need to go to the toilet. If you... That's going to work. Hey, I'm back. Right. Thanks for holding on. Had to get myself a wee bit of chocolate as well.
YouTube on April 5th, 2009 by a user known as Ericus Maximus and shows a man riding around on an ATV somewhere in Gum Hill, West Virginia. At first, the man appears to be having a great time driving through the rocky terrain, even riding directly through a creek at one point. But right about here is where things start to get very strange.
What's going to happen? You gonna go flying or something? Oh, what's that there? See it? There. Hold on. Went back a wee bit. See it? Yeah, Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. Bigfoot. I knew he was real.
What was that?
Thanks.
A tall,
Thanks,
lanky
mate.
and hairy figure can suddenly be seen walking directly in front of the man on the ATV. At first, it seems like he doesn't notice it, but he eventually comes to a complete stop and begins pointing frantically in the direction of the figure, while the cameraman asks aloud, "What was that?" The reaction from the two persons is what really makes the clip stand out. Whatever they saw clearly caught them off guard. Of course, the most common theory is that the figure could be some kind of a Bigfoot-like creature, especially considering its height and overall appearance. Some viewers have also pointed out that the setup itself feels fairly elaborate for a simple hoax, especially with the ATV riding through rough terrain and the creek beforehand, which adds a bit more credibility for some people. There is still the chance that this was simply a person in a costume, possibly staged to create a convincing encounter out in the woods. So what do you think was captured here? Was this a genuine cryptid sighting, or something created to look like one?
I think it's Bigfoot.
Over the past few weeks, the United States Department of War website has become a huge topic of discussion online after the government began publicly releasing hundreds of previously classified UFO and UAP-related files. The release includes military videos, photographs, pilot reports, eyewitness accounts, and other documents connected to unexplained aerial phenomena dating back decades, with many of the cases still officially listed as unresolved. The following video, which is part of the recent release archive, shows infrared sensor footage shot in 2013 in the Middle East. The footage is nearly 2 minutes long and was captured from a US military platform. Let's take a look.
Do you think all these UFOs are on strings as well? Yeah, I love Bigfoot as well. Probably getting pulled along by some strings all the way. He's nothing but a big puppet. What was the name of that big bear in...
Although the footage is somewhat blurry, the object at first appears as nothing more than a small dark dot in the distance. But once the camera zooms in, it reveals a much more unusual shape, almost resembling some kind of a dark star-like figure, with several pointed protrusions extending outward from the center, making the footage feel even more difficult to explain. Could this truly be something otherworldly, or is there a grounded explanation to be found? Let me know what you think. On March 28, 2026, a TikToker known as Jessel Do posted video of herself doing laundry at home, simply going about her day as usual. A few seconds pass with nothing out of the ordinary happening when suddenly something very strange occurs.
I reacted to her a few nights ago. There goes the phone. This is a good clip. So, what the hell happened?
Right around the 9-second mark, a phone charger that can clearly be seen plugged in suddenly gets thrown onto the floor by what appears to be an unseen force, causing the woman to quickly turn around and investigate. She eventually picks the charger back up and continues with what she was doing, though you can tell the incident definitely caught her off guard. A second video uploaded later on shows the same woman relaxing on her couch, watching TV, when she suddenly experiences another unsettling moment.
Oh my god. Right, explain that then.
Something that appears to be a lamp is suddenly and violently thrown onto the floor, startling her badly. For the remainder of the clip, she mostly just sits there in silence, seemingly trying to process what she just witnessed. The reactions in both videos feel fairly genuine, which is part of what makes the clip stand out. The way the objects are suddenly knocked over also makes the moments feel difficult to immediately explain. Of course, there's also the possibility that the incidents were staged in some way, but from the footage alone, it's hard to tell exactly how the objects moved the way they did. So what do you think happened here? Could this really be paranormal activity taking place inside her home? Or is there another explanation behind these strange incidents?
I mean, the second one was a good jump, so who knows?
This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Tranquility Botanicals, and shows the mother simply trying to put her baby down to sleep for the night, but it's clear something strange may also be happening in the room.
Where are we looking? Ah, in the baby's crib. That a fan?
We watch as the mother gently places her baby down for the night before slowly noticing that the jog ball sitting in the room appears to be moving all by itself. The movement is subtle at first, but noticeable enough to immediately catch her attention. A while later, the account owner uploaded a follow-up video in an attempt to show viewers that the footage was authentic, demonstrating that it wasn't wind or some other obvious environmental factor causing the ball to move.
There was a fan in the crib. So it could have been that.
Where are you?
Hold on, I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to prove something.
Can I hang out with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah. Observe.
Well, then here. And then. Let's do what you do.
Somebody was trying to say that.
I know.
Well, there's a gap
It
between
moves.
the.
Yeah, of course.
There's a window.
Yeah, there's a gap in every single house.
I know. So that's what
So
I
then
was
here,
trying.
I'll do what you do. Ugh.
Don't do that with a baby in your arms, for God's sake.
Hi, husband.
We'll move again. Again.
And the heat's on, by the way.
Yeah.
I just turned the heat on. So the HVAC system is up and running. Yeah.
The second clip definitely makes the situation feel more difficult to explain, especially
Hey,
since
what
they
do you
seem
think?
fairly determined to rule out some of the more common explanations. Could this possibly be some kind of paranormal presence interacting with the room? Of course, there could still be another explanation behind the movement that simply isn't obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the way the ball moves is definitely strange enough to leave people questioning it. So what do you think
And
caused
it
the
goes back
jog
and
ball to
forth,
move
back
on
and
its
forth, back
own?
and forth, so... Am I talking too much, by the way?
It goes without saying that graduation day is one of the most exciting moments in a student's life, as years of hard work are finally being celebrated and acknowledged. It's supposed to be a day full of smiles, or at least it should be. This video was posted to Reddit by a user known as Jonathan World, and shows footage from a school graduation ceremony where everything seems perfectly normal at first. Multiple students can be seen lined up on stage, patiently waiting to receive their diplomas, when suddenly something very strange happens.
She got herself.
Right
That's
around
weird.
here, a young man can be seen standing with his graduation cap on before it suddenly gets
Come on,
pulled
there's no way
clean off
that's
his
a
head,
string.
leaving everyone nearby looking completely confused. The movement of the cap is what really makes the moment stand out. It doesn't simply fall off naturally, but instead appears to get yanked away with surprising force.
Yeah.
It's easy to see why some viewers connected the moment to something paranormal.
And it down here, and there's no one here to weak it down.
Especially since the cap doesn't appear to move in a way you'd normally expect from wind alone. There is also the chance that the whole thing could have been some kind of prank or staged moment, though from the footage alone, it's difficult to say for certain. So what do you think happened during this graduation ceremony? Was this just a strange coincidence, or did something unseen really pull the cap away?
We'll never know.
And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Books. And the next one. This is from Fearsome Top 5.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. What you're about to witness are 8 scary videos of ghosts on camera. Number 1. A user on TikTok that goes by Turntable claims to have grown up in a haunted house. A house they still live in to this day. From a young age, they recall feeling a dark presence lingering nearby, almost as if something was constantly watching. Over the years, they claim to have witnessed terrifying paranormal activity firsthand. Objects violently thrown across rooms, paintings ripped from walls, and ghostly apparitions wandering through the house when no one else was home. Well, with a camera set up in the house, they finally caught proof of what they were experiencing for all those years.
What's going to happen here? chair goes.
The wooden tabletop suddenly began lifting into the air completely on its own, as if some unseen force was slowly raising it from beneath. No one was home at the time, so coming up with an explanation has been nearly impossible. The second clip was captured while everyone was asleep, showing a chair slowly sliding away from a table before violently jerking back into place. While frightening at first, this user has gotten used to this activity over time and doesn't feel any negative energy from this spirit. Still, this is definitely one house I wouldn't want to spend the night in. Number 2. Late one night, a man named Jorge sat waiting at a red light as rain softly tapped against his windows. Everything seemed normal until he happened to glance at his dashcam monitor. What he saw on the camera facing the inside of the car sent a chill down his spine.
Right, what's happening? Was that in his back seat? Nobody there? Well, that's weird.
On the dashcam monitor, what appeared to be a person could be seen sitting silently in the back seat. Jorge's heart immediately dropped as he realized the eerie face was sitting directly behind him. But when he quickly turned around, there was no one there. The back seat was completely empty, and Jorge was alone in the car. Trying to stay calm while sitting in traffic, he couldn't stop wondering what exactly his camera had captured. Was it simply a strange glitch, or had the dashcam picked up something paranormal that Jorge himself couldn't see? I'll let you decide.
Was that spooky bit?
Number 3. Late one night, while delivering Uber Eats orders, a man named Marcus found himself driving alongside a cemetery. As he passed the rows of graves, he was suddenly overwhelmed with the uneasy feeling that something was terribly wrong. His nerves heightened as he cautiously continued down the road, until a sudden noise made his stomach drop. Slowly turning to his right, Marcus noticed his passenger side window violently shaking, almost as if someone unseen was pounding against the glass from outside. Despite every instinct telling him to keep driving, curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to pull over and investigate. But what happened next would become the most terrifying moment of his life.
Doing my usual Uber eating, dropping off some food. I swear, I won't address, gotta be set by the cemetery. If I see this again, I'm just not gonna accept it. I'll tell you that.
Did you used to do anything?
Just want to make sure I'm not tripping. No. Make sure I'm not tripping. So, I'm dropping off the DoorDash. They'll be in, I can't get my daggone company straight. And you're gonna see a vibration. Go see tapping at the window. He's definitely here. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
What happened?
I'm not tripping. No, I'm not tripping. Oh, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Okay.
What happened? What's going to happen?
What the? Why? What the? No, no. Oh, hell, what the?
Oh, what the hell? Huh.
At me.
Get out of there. Or there's some just get into his car.
Hell, no. Hell. No. Nope. No. No. No.
He nervously stepped out to inspect the car, carefully looking around the area, but there was no one there. The road was completely empty. Thinking it was all in his head, Marcus climbed back into the driver's seat. But the moment he glanced out the passenger window, the situation took a terrifying turn. One of the shoes lying on the ground suddenly jerked forward on its own, instantly putting him on edge. Marcus slowly got out of the car again to get a closer look, and right before his eyes, the shoe moved a second time. Trying to prove to himself that it wasn't paranormal, he cautiously walked closer until he was near enough to kick it. A decision he would almost immediately regret. As Marcus rushed back to his car, the passenger side door handle suddenly began violently rattling by itself, as though something invisible was trying to get inside. Frozen in fear, he watched as the handle continued to move on its own, until the passenger door slowly swung open. Then, without warning, the door violently slammed shut. Terrified, Marcus hurried over to investigate, only to discover there was no one there and he was completely alone. Later that night, Marcus reviewed the footage from his dashcam, and what he spotted in the recording was downright chilling.
What was that? Oh, what was that?
While driving past the cemetery, a strange anomaly seemed to enter his car. Coming in from the window, this unnerving shape flew right past his face and into the passenger seat. Even more unsettling, this happened only moments before the passenger window mysteriously began shaking on its own. This video has left many viewers wondering if something paranormal may have attached itself to the car while passing the cemetery. Whatever it is, this encounter is genuinely chilling, and easily one of the best pieces of paranormal footage I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Number 4. Sitting abandoned in Wales is a forgotten maternity hospital that has remained untouched for decades. Known as the Amman Valley Hospital, it first opened in 1936 as a small cottage hospital serving the local community. But after nearly 50 years in operation, changing healthcare demands eventually forced the hospital to close its doors. Since then, countless visitors have reported unsettling experiences within its decaying walls. Some claim they couldn't even make it past the entrance, overwhelmed by an intense feeling of dread, urging them to turn back. With these chilling stories in mind, paranormal investigators Elliot and Joe managed to find a way inside and began exploring its dark halls. Before long, they found themselves standing in a hallway where something strange caught their attention.
We understand this place has been abandoned for decades now, so you may not have had many people to talk to in these years. It'd be absolutely fascinating to talk to you about what this place used to be like, what life was like back then. And something you may not know, it's the year 2026 right now. Was that you?
No, didn't move.
Oh, it's probably insane, because I think, was it 18 in the 80s? So the 1990s even? This was what am I saying? The 1980s, this was abandoned.
Yeah.
So 40, 50 years this place has been like this.
Mm-hmm.
Does it surprise you to tell you that it's now the year 2026? What was that? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What was that behind me?
What? I don't know. All I heard is you running at me.
Did you not hear? Shh.
Yeah, I thought it was you running at me.
That wasn't me. It was in there.
To tell you that it's now the year 2026.
It needs to be quite genuine.
What was that? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What was that behind me?
To tell you that it's now the year 2026. What was that? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What was that behind me?
To tell you that it's now the year 2026.
I didn't do anything. What was that behind me?
What? I don't know. All I heard is you running at me.
Did you not hear? Shh.
Yeah, I thought it was you running at me.
That wasn't me. It was in there.
Literally, all I heard was really you running at me. Did it sound like a plastic bag, didn't it?
Yeah.
There is a plastic bag right there, just to let you know.
Oh.
I'll turn my light off. Again. Yeah, like, it sounded like when...
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And then, well, yeah,
and then
to me, like, it was all the same thing.
But when you're in a dark hospital, pitch black, you can't see anything, and you hear... It sounded like, to me, someone was going... Do you know what I mean? It was like...
I know, it's hard for me to comment, because it sounded like that was part of you running.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. All I heard is...
no.
They continued deeper through the hospital halls, attempting to establish contact, when suddenly a disturbing sound echoed from somewhere in the darkness ahead, instantly sending a chill down their spines.
Love that narrator's voice, but I'm not sure if it's AI voice.
I don't like this. What is that? We're being surrounded. Generally.
What's that? The wind?
What the
what was that? Footsteps.
You keep your camera that way, I'll keep mine this way, because what the
see when people are exploring, trying to catch paranormal activity. I don't know, can they not get a camera, two wee cameras, one that points that way and one that points that way, instead of constantly having something happen behind them and then they're spinning around and then it's not there. Chaos, the theory, if you're still on, you do ghost investigations. Is that not a thing you could do? Have a camera on your shoulder that points that way and that way at the same time?
Joe froze in place after hearing a loud bang come from somewhere directly in front of them. Then only moments later, another crash came from behind them. The unsettling noises seemed to move from one end of the corridor to the other, as if something unseen was deliberately taunting the investigators. Hoping for more activity, the guys moved to another section of the hospital, and before long, something appeared to answer back.
Is that how you'd like to communicate? What was that? Like a ding out there.
Was that out there, was it?
Yeah. You know what's strange as well? They don't feel so bad in this room.
No.
It's really odd.
The eerie sounds continued, now seeming to respond directly to the investigators' questions. Wanting to get closer to whatever was making the noises, Elliot and Joe stepped out into the hallway, but they may have gotten far closer than they intended.
Bit of a weird thing to say, but that was my zip on my trousers.
Really? What's that?
Oh, me! What
was that?
Was that? Oh, Jesus, man.
Wouldn't fall over. What's this, a big knob on the wall?
A violent bang suddenly exploded from somewhere eerily close to the two investigators. With adrenaline surging through them, they cautiously moved toward the area where the noise came from. But as they moved closer, something even stranger happened. The overwhelming smell of sulfur suddenly filled the hallway, a scent many believe is associated with a paranormal presence. Despite their growing fear, they continued on until something abruptly stopped them in their tracks.
God, bastard.
I can assure you, if I was doing an investigation, it wouldn't be an overwhelming smell of sulfur. Well, that's why I don't do them.
Oh my days.
What?
Oh my days, this is cold.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. I'm starting to literally freeze now.
What happened there?
That's not
Does
you,
that
by the way.
indicate-
No, I know, we've just walked past it. I've never heard it do that before. That would have gone off as we walked past if that we literally had to walk in front of it.
Yeah.
Go back a minute. There's no way that would pick us up from here. Impossible.
No, there won't.
Is someone following us? If you are, that is absolutely brilliant.
What does that mean?
That's fantastic. You can keep following us. Like, 'cause that's not temperature.
No, that's movement.
Yeah. Let me show you. I'm going to do a thing.
Well, if the light goes off, does that
Show you where I
mean
have to be. I'm
something
directly in the
following
middle of it. There.
You have to be that close.
Yeah, this is where you have to be. It's gone off on the other side now.
Seriously?
It's like someone just walked away from me.
The motion sensor on the floor suddenly began going off, almost as if an unseen presence was following closely behind them. As the investigation continued, Joe began feeling physically affected by whatever was inside the hospital. What started as a mild headache slowly intensified throughout the night, eventually turning into severe brain fog and disorientation. His condition got worse, to the point that the investigators decided to call it a night. Looking back at the investigation, Elliot and Joe admitted they genuinely believed the activity they experienced was paranormal, something they rarely ever claim. Number 5. A woman named Morgan took to TikTok after her parents shared a chilling clip captured by their home security camera. Inside her dad's workshop, a motion-activated camera is set up to record whenever movement is detected. But late one night, shortly after midnight, something strange triggered the sensor, and what the camera captured left the family deeply unsettled.
It's going to leave them deeply unsettled. Okay, what's this? Well, where is that going?
With the workshop door left open, something unsettling could be seen lingering just outside. Lurking on the other side of the doorway was a faint white anomaly unlike anything the family had ever seen. The strange figure appeared to glide back and forth in the darkness, leaving behind an eerie ghost-like trail as it moved. Its appearance and unnatural movement left the family completely baffled, unable to explain what exactly the camera captured. Even more disturbing, the full recording contains nearly 6 minutes of footage showing the mysterious figure lingering near the doorway, leaving both the family and myself at a loss for words.
Yeah, I don't see a figure, I just see a wee trail of smoke.
For the last 5 years, a woman named Sylvia has been plagued by bone-chilling poltergeist activity. Her kitchen seems to have become a hotspot for a malevolent spirit that refuses to leave. She created a YouTube channel to document the horrifying activity she was experiencing, with video after video seeming to prove her claims to be true. More recently, the haunting in her home randomly went silent. All activity suddenly stopped. Eerily enough, her neighbors soon began to complain of strange things happening in their home, suggesting that this spirit had moved on. But Sylvia's worst nightmare came true, as this dark presence seemed to find a way back into her kitchen.
I saw something move on the drainer board, guys, and I'm sure I saw something move on the counter.
What's getting thrown off?
Spit
What's
in the
getting
kitchen.
thrown off? Don't taunt it. Oh, what was that?
Did you hear that, guys? Heard something.
Clink. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's here? Maybe?
What was that? Spit in the kitchen.
Right. Yeah, I just seen that there.
Oh my god, guys. Some movement there. There's some movement there. Something's happening. Spit in the kitchen. Are you pleased to be back in my kitchen? You went to a neighbour's, didn't you? And you didn't like her, did you? You didn't like the neighbour. So you come back to me. Haven't you?
Because you're lovely.
Haven't you? Spit in the kitchen. Oh my god, guys.
There you go. Oh my god. No, anything but a knife.
What does that mean?
Anything
Does that
but a
mean you didn't
knife.
like your neighbour, or are you pleased to be back in my kitchen?
What happened to that night? Oh.
Oh my god, guys. He's back. Like, spit in the kitchen.
Anything but a knife, I'm gonna say.
What does that mean? Do you still love me? Oh, guys. I don't know what to think. I'm scared and pleased at the same time. Right, guys. I'm glad I caught that. I'm so glad I caught that. I'm just going to post it now.
Sylvia attempted to communicate with the spirit, and before long, she appeared to get a response. Without warning, a knife suddenly went flying off the counter and crashed onto the floor. Nervously, she stepped closer to investigate, only to witness the blade slowly beginning to rotate on its own. Inch by inch, the knife continued turning until it finally came to a stop, pointing directly at Sylvia. More than anything, this terrifying moment felt like a threat, and if this haunting is genuine, then whatever entity is responsible may be far more dangerous than she realizes. Number 7. One morning, a man woke up to discover that the front door to his house had been left wide open. His stomach immediately dropped as his mind raced to the worst possible conclusions. Hoping to figure out what happened during the night, he checked the security camera in his living room, but what he saw did not make him feel any better.
B. Front. Door. Center. Center is open.
Another door.
Disarm now.
In the middle of the night, his front door slowly crept open all by itself. As the doorway widened, no one could be seen standing on the other side, making it seem
Is that two-eyed?
as though the door had opened on its own. According to the homeowner, he locked the door that night, just like he always does before going to sleep. So the fact that it mysteriously opened with nobody there has left him with a serious case of the heebie-jeebies. Number 8. A TikTok user from Texas named Abel3E claims that his friend Manny captured something unsettling on his home security camera at around 4 a.m. The camera's facing the backyard of a house that's been abandoned for years. So when Manny noticed a strange figure moving on the other side of the fence, he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Equals girl.
What looks like the figure of a small child can be seen slowly walking along the edge of the abandoned backyard. The figure appears ghostly white and no taller than 3 feet. Because the home has been vacant for years, and because this was captured at 4 in the morning, Abel and his friend Manny have no explanation for who the mysterious child could be. What they do know is that nobody lives there, and they've never once seen anyone wandering through the backyard. So the question is, who or what did the security camera capture? Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy. As always, if you enjoy these creepy videos, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this.
Yep, do that, guys. Oh, what's that? Right, we watch this one then. I think I've seen that one twice. Right. Months ago. That's right. Seven months. 1 month ago. When was that? 12 days ago? Do this one? Do this one.
Tim headed deep into a strange, isolated stretch of woodland and set up camp just as the last bit of daylight started fading away. From the beginning, the place felt wrong. The trees bent and twisted at odd angles, almost like the woods had grown around something it wanted to hide. Right. Once darkness fully settled in, Tim placed candles around a Ouija board and began the session.
Oh my God, not a Ouija
At
board. What are you
first,
doing, Tim?
everything was quiet, but then the glass started moving on its own.
What the fuck? Can the cup move?
Стакан дернулся.
Oh. No way. Don't mess with Ouija boards.
Духи этого леса. Вы можете выйти со мной на контакт. Духи этого леса.
Moments later, a dark figure suddenly darted through the tree line. Tim had also hung walkie-talkies around the campsite, hoping to pick up a voice or some kind of response from whatever might be lurking nearby. Then, one of them, hanging from a branch above him, began swinging by itself. Even though there was no wind, static hissed through the speaker as it moved back and forth. Tim stepped out of the tent to check it, and the thing was still swinging.
you've all gone to sleep. Hey everyone, I am live on YouTube right now. If you want to come on over and sit with me and watch some hopefully scary clips, feel free, very welcome. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be live. I'm doing this just yeah, I'm back. Let's continue. Oh.
With his camera still recording, Tim suddenly heard an odd noise somewhere in the darkness. He turned toward the sound, trying to figure out where it came from. But at that exact moment, his second camera captured something far more disturbing. Something moved directly across the lens, close enough to block part of the shot. And somehow, Tim didn't even notice it at the time.
Может, это фонарик, тень откуда-нибудь показалась.
This, oh my god, what was that? Stuff this, I would never, oh my god. Never, oh. I would need to wear at least 3 pairs of diapers. Adult diapers.
It was only later,
extras.
when Tim sat down and reviewed all the footage, that he realized how terrifying the moment really was.
Yeah.
Whatever crossed the camera had been moving right behind him while he was standing there in the woods. No warning, no footsteps, no voice, just something silently passing behind him in the dark.
Yes.
After seeing that, Tim had no interest in staying another minute. He packed up his gear and got out of there fast.
And he effed off.
Снова какой-то шорох, скрип.
What the hell is that? He's got a fire with him. That's cool.
Сказала, уходи.
Yeah, what was that? Oh. Some swinging. I mean, I don't think that's wind. What are the noises? That is so freaky.
Рация снова шатается. Сейчас проверю ее на Эми.
Oh,
твою ж мать!
What was that?
Это человек.
Was it giant that CG or AI?
What he left with was a collection of seriously creepy videos, a Ouija board moving on its own, a shadow figure in the trees, a swinging walkie-talkie, strange static, and something passing behind him without him ever knowing. Whether this was real paranormal activity caught on camera or just a very strange night in the woods is still up for debate. But if I saw something moving behind me like that, the camping trip would be over instantly. On April 20th, a woman named Malia went out with her friend Jasmine to explore a random location generated by an app.
See those nails? How do you wipe your arse after it? I'd love to know.
The point led them to an isolated dead-end road on the outskirts of town, the kind of place that already feels wrong before anything even happens. Still, they decided to keep going. But when they arrived, they noticed something abandoned on the side of the road. A suitcase. Curious, but clearly uneasy, they stopped the car and walked closer to see what was inside.
We good? Yeah, yeah, we're good. Yeah. Okay. It's a dirt track. That's what I mean. Something's already nearly stopped us from going, and it's right here. No, I know exactly where it is, and it's like a one-way dirt track. Yeah, it's sending us down this random road. Wait, let's just check the. What the? Oh my god! No! Turn around.
What is that?
Suitcase. Jasmine, no.
Suitcase.
Jasmine, no! Turn around.
No. Drive.
What? No. Just keep going. It's fine. Yes, I got it. Just keep going. Because that's a bloody suitcase with like plastic and twigs. I swear it had like plastic wrapped around it.
That's not
Don't
good.
do that. I thought you saw something to my right. No.
Right, who's that? I just cut off. There was somebody on the road there.
Basically, it has just sent us
Basically,
to
yeah.
a location with suitcase.
As they approached, the situation instantly became disturbing. Inside the suitcase, something appeared to be wrapped in plastic, and when they looked more carefully, they noticed liquid leaking from it. That was all they needed to see. Malia and Jasmine immediately backed away, called the police, and left the area as fast as they could.
I mean, they look nice and stuff, but...
Police. There was liquid coming out of it. And we didn't know if that was like something we should report or not. Any reason that it's because last time we did use the app, we got chased by this man and he kind of stalked us home. Yeah, so he followed us home. So
Okay, so you're being able talking at the moment, right?
No.
You're doing that again? Oh my god.
My colleagues have just turned around and looked at me and gone, so obviously other people know what it is. So
Honestly, how do you wipe your backside with they know with they
we've
nails?
actually got a video of it. Yeah, we've got a photo of it.
But later, when they reviewed the footage, they noticed something they had completely missed in the moment. Out in the cornfield behind them, hidden in the darkness, they weren't alone. Something had been standing there, watching.
What was that? Cryptid. What was like a dog?
tall, pale figure can be seen in the background, staring from the edge of the field.
Looks like a dog.
Then, just seconds later, it suddenly ducks away, almost like it realized it had been seen. Terrified, Malia and Jasmine turned around and got out of there immediately. Afterward, Malia says police never revealed exactly what was inside the suitcase, only that the case was still under investigation. So what did they really find on that empty road? And who?
We'll never know.
Or what? Was that pale figure watching from the darkness? Drop your theories in the comments, because this is one of those creepy videos that leaves way too many questions behind.
What the oh my god, no, turn around. There's a fucking suitcase, Jasmine, no. Jasmine.
Moving through a pitch black house in the middle of the night, using only a flashlight to slice through the darkness ahead of him. According to him, before he even started recording, he had already been hearing strange noises coming from somewhere deeper inside the house. At first, he thought it might be something easy to explain, maybe a loose window, old pipes, or an animal moving inside the walls. But as he followed the sound through the dark hallway, the house suddenly started to feel less empty than it should have been.
Right. Second date. It's been okay so far, but... What the f***? This is what I mean. Crazy shit.
I'm Scottish.
Like, hello? Oh my god. You light on.
I'm going to keep it.
Oh
my god. That could be the Wayne. That could be a Wayne or something.
Oh shit. Phone's upstairs. Oh my f***. Leave the lights on. F*** this. I swear to f*** I seen something.
Yeah, somebody ran upstairs.
Right, f*** it. Oh shit. Right. I need to go.
Go on. Upstairs. Says me to be a shite bag.
The lights begin flickering violently, flashing across the hallway in quick, unstable bursts. Then, as he turns toward the staircase, something dark appears to shift in the shadows. For a brief moment, a figure can be seen near the stairs before disappearing back into the darkness. Some viewers believe the flickering lights could simply be an electrical issue, especially in an older house. But others are focused on what seems to be standing near the staircase. And staircases have always had a strange place in ghost stories. A space between floors, between rooms, between what's familiar and what waits above. So was this just a trick of light and shadow?
It's above,
or did this
so
man
below.
catch a dark figure waiting at the top of the stairs?
Who knows?
Oh my f***ing...
A man sits alone at his kitchen table, reading from the Bible. But this doesn't feel casual. In front of him are a rosary, a crucifix, and a small bottle of holy water he says he regularly gets from his local Catholic church. Before he begins, he admits he hasn't been feeling right. Then, he anoints his forehead with holy water, makes the sign of the cross, and settles in like someone preparing for something he has dealt with before. There's a heaviness in the way he moves through each step. Not like ceremony, but like protection.
Who's Sarah Money? Who's Sarah Money?
He begins reading aloud from Psalms 37, verses 3 through 11, verses about trust, safety, and faith. But halfway through the reading, something in the house reacts.
Worth. Do not fret, it only causes harm. For evil door should be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord, they should inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked should be no more. Indeed, you will...
Holy crap.
Bro. That just...
Slam. Yeah.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Any demon in my office, evacuate now. Look. That's my magic hat.
Magic hat. Okay.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And my attic is closed. See? Huh. And it literally dropped my hat. That is crazy. You see, guys? This is what I gotta go through daily. Like, literally, daily, I gotta go through this crap. I'm so fed up with it.
A door in the background suddenly slams shut with a sharp, violent bang. But what happens after makes the moment even harder to brush off. On the other side of the doorway, he finds a baseball cap lying face down on the floor. A cap he claims was not there before. He picks it up, shows it to the camera, and says the entity dropped it. Then he points out his attic door, showing that it has been secured with multiple slide locks, almost like he's trying to prove that whatever is happening isn't coming from a normal person hiding inside. Looking drained and shaken, he tells the camera that this is the kind of thing he deals with every day. And for people familiar with spiritual warfare stories, the timing is what makes this clip so unsettling. A violent reaction during scripture reading is often seen not as random paranormal activity, but as something responding directly to prayer. So was this just a strange coincidence inside a quiet home? Or did this man capture something dark reacting to the words he was reading? A deeply unsettling case from Brazil has been spreading online, and it's easy to see why people are disturbed by it. The footage was shared by a security guard working for a local company, and according to him, even the people watching the surveillance monitors were left shocked by what they saw. At first, it looks like an ordinary night shift, but within seconds, the situation turns into something much harder to explain. Watch closely.
If the dog senses anything. May happen. It's like, oh, I was sleeping there. Doing? Yep, dog's going back to sleep.
In the recording, the guard is seen carrying out his usual nighttime patrol. Everything appears calm, routine, and completely normal. But then his behavior suddenly changes. He stops and begins moving as if he is scanning someone with a metal detector. Slow, careful, focused, like a person is standing directly in front of him. The disturbing part is that, on camera, there is no one there.
No.
Shortly after, his co-workers call him over and show him the footage, and his reaction makes the whole thing even creepier. He insists that in that moment, he could clearly see a man standing there, someone he believed he was interacting with.
Yeah.
By the next day, shaken and terrified, he quits his job. So did this Brazilian security guard really come face to face with a ghost during his patrol? Or did his mind somehow create a figure the cameras couldn't capture?
No, the dog didn't see anything, so I don't believe him. I think he just wanted an excuse to leave the job.
Over on the YouTube channel Ashes to Ashes, Dave and his brother Chris explore abandoned houses, haunted locations, and places with disturbing stories attached to them. During one investigation, they visit the home of a woman who claims she has been followed by an evil entity for most of her life. The atmosphere inside the house already feels heavy, but while reviewing their paranormal evidence, the brothers capture a strange EVP that makes the entire case feel even darker.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ashes to Ashes. Tonight's a little bit different. We were called in by a homeowner named Gail, who's been experiencing things that she's a little bit tired of, a little bit scared of. You feel anything this time? So if there's anything down here that would like to communicate or let us know that it's here, could you make a noise?
I know that's my boss, right?
Yeah.
Where are you at in this apartment? Is there anything you'd like to say?
I was sitting here watching TV and I kept hearing this noise and I'm freaking out
and I hollered to my son. That's when he was home.
So, who's here? Get dizzy.
You do?
Yep. Your foot just rocked. You're dizzy too? Is there anything that would like to, is there anything that would like to, is there anything that would like to, or anything that would like to, I'm going to ask you to give us a sign up here.
A small, eerie voice seems to whisper something chilling. Go with him. And according to Dave, that may be exactly what happened. After the investigation, he says strange activity started happening inside his own home. Unexplained sounds, faint voices, and a disturbing feeling centered around one hallway in particular.
That's one thing you do post investigations. You need to be careful that they don't come home with you. So, no chance.
Then, one day, his dog begins acting strangely, staring toward the hall as if it can see something Dave can't.
Who is it?
What do you see? What do you see? There's pitch black down there.
Who is it? Who is it?
Oh, he's not going down there. No chance. He's like, F that. He is scared. He growl in there.
Who is it?
Oh, no. He's like, Dad, no.
Who is it?
No.
Footage of young Mariah is off the 25th anniversary of her Merry Christmas album. The stars really do love Halloween, and who's that dressed as Jim Carrey in the back? We'll find out a little later.
Who's down there? Who's down there?
Very honest chef. He's like someone down in like.
Down there.
I'll show you that there's nobody
light on.
in the hall.
Oh, right. Who was that in the doorway?
When Dave checks the area, something bizarre appears to
Is that, or who is that?
be hiding near the edge of a doorway. A small, strange-looking figure with pointy ears, peeking from the shadows. But when he quickly swings the camera back around for a better look, whatever it was is gone. So, did Dave bring something home from that haunted investigation, or was this just a strange trick of the camera? You can watch the full Paranormal Investigations over on the Ashes to Ashes YouTube channel.
I'll show you that there's nobody in the hall.
Antonio is a paranormal enthusiast from Peru who has become known for entering abandoned buildings, cursed locations, and places locals claim are haunted.
Why?
One night, he decided to investigate an old colonial structure that people in the area had been warning others about for years. The building was crumbling, forgotten, and almost completely swallowed by darkness. But according to nearby residents, something unnatural was still hiding inside. Antonio started a live stream the moment he stepped through the entrance, using only his phone light to move through the halls. At first, everything seemed quiet, but then the atmosphere changed fast. Antonio suddenly stopped when a nearby window began moving on its own.
Terminó convirtiéndose en algo que nadie esperaba presenciar.
¿Hay alguien aquí conmigo?
English subtitles.
¿Hay alguien aquí conmigo? ¿Aquí conmigo?
Okay.
Carajo. Puta madre, loco. Lo he tocado, sí, pero con una piedra. ¿Hola?
Who's that?
¿Hola?
Is that singing? So somebody homeless, maybe?
¿Hola?
That was two voices.
Los ruidos vienen del techo. Del techo vienen los sonidos. Qué verga. Qué verga.
The windows slowly swung back and forth, creaking in the silence. Even though there didn't seem to be any wind inside the building, Moments later, strange murmuring sounds began echoing through the walls, almost like several people whispering somewhere in the dark. The voices seemed to come from every direction at once, making it impossible for Antonio to tell where they were hiding. As he nervously aimed his camera upward, trying to locate the sound, something else broke through the silence. A soft, childlike giggle. And what his camera captured next was enough to send chills through the entire live stream.
Oh,
Oye, espérate, espérate, espérate. Oye, oye.
oh my god.
Oye.
What the hell?
Ven. Oye. Ven. Ven.
That's somebody's homeless. Somebody that's homeless and that's their child.
For just a brief moment, a faint ghostly shape appears in the shadows.
Ghostly.
Small, pale, and disturbingly similar to a child. Then, almost as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes. Antonio immediately panics and runs out of the building without even thinking twice. But after taking a moment to calm himself down, he makes the risky decision to go back inside. The second he crosses the entrance again, the strange sounds return, and viewers watching the live stream notice something even more terrifying.
Mira, 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 Alonso, 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 Alonso. Hola.
What?
Hola.
Did I win again?
Hola.
Uy, cara.
Yeah.
Dile, ¿te quieres comunicar conmigo? Dile, dile, dile.
Uy, lo jalaron. Lo arrastraron. Oye, lo arrastraron. Lo arrastraron, loco.
Veamos nuevamente. Aunque las voces que se escuchan parecen ser las de un niño.
Whatever was inside that cursed colonial building had not disappeared. It was still there, watching him from the darkness.
This one. It was this.
They always say you shouldn't point a camera at a fresh grave, and this video right here is exactly why. On the 2nd of February, a family out in Indonesia were laying someone to rest. The service was completely done and dusted, and they were just filming the plot to wrap things up. But mate, if you clock what the camera picks up, your head will absolutely fall off.
What not?
Something is gate crashing this goodbye, and it's 100% shouldn't be there. Get a proper look at this and tell me what you think is wrong with it. As the camera pans across the crowd, you'll spot something massively out of place. Sitting right there among the mourners is a pale, glowing figure that no one saw until they checked the footage back.
Seriously?
Some reckon it's the spirit of the deceased lingering, while others think it's a watcher, an entity drawn to highly emotional events like funerals. But here's the detail that really messes with your head. The figure actually casts a glow on the people next to it. It's a physical light source. So if that was really there, how on earth did nobody notice a glowing entity sitting beside them? They only noticed it after reviewing the footage later. Skeptics are obviously calling it a bit of clever editing, but if it's fake, it's incredibly well done. What do you reckon? A real spirit caught on camera? Let us know.
Just to know. Just to know.
Number 7. Behind the Pain. On the 1st of March, a TikTok creator known as Chichilla, the kind of person whose content usually involves cheerful updates, daily routines, nothing even remotely eerie, posted something that felt completely out of place. She says she's been trying to sleep after a long day, but kept getting woken up by the same thing over and over again. Heavy footsteps and that lingering feeling that someone's watching you. After a while, she decides to record it. Big mistake, because she'll never want to sleep alone in there ever again. Take a look.
I'm trying to sleep, but I need you guys to see and hear what is going on. I look like shit, sorry, but like what is happening outside my patio door? Okay, hold on.
What the hell?
Everything's dead quiet until this figure glides.
Hey, sorry, I go to the toilet again.
in from the left, repeatedly bangs on the glass, and then just goes poof. But what properly rattled people wasn't just the shape, it was the movement. It doesn't walk, it glides. Proper smooth, almost like a cartoon ghost straight out of Paranorman or Casper. Which would be funny if it wasn't lurking outside that stupid o'clock. And seriously, since when do ghosts get stopped by patio doors? Some commenters reckon it's a Scooby-Doo classic prank with someone in a bedsheet, especially since you can't actually see any legs stepping or arms driving that banging motion. But others pointed out the obvious. Why is there no curtain on the door? A bare glass door at night is an absolute magnet for reflections and shadows. One solid theory is that there was some fabric hanging outside, catching the wind and slapping the glass. That perfectly explains the gliding, the banging, and the missing limbs. But here's the thing. If it was just her own laundry, surely she'd know and say so, but she hasn't. Leaves it an absolute head scratcher, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's a head scratcher, yeah.
Number 6. Musical scare chairs. Honey Bell, who lives in Ontario, had just moved into a new apartment after her divorce. Quiet place, fresh start, everything was normal, until one day she got back home after dropping her daughter off and walked into this. Take a look.
I am freaked the f out. I just got home and tell me why my chairs are like this. Like what the
Poltergeist.
I literally still have my coat on. I come walking through the oh my god. I'm like shaking right now. I just went and dropped my daughter off to her dad's house. And all the chairs were around the table.
And then it moves.
What the f? Oh my god.
Need proof.
I need to call my mom.
No signs of a break-in. Doors locked, windows fine, but the chairs were off. One was placed on the table. Others moved around. Not knocked over, just rearranged.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Now Belle swears that she lives alone and had her keys with her the whole time, so whoever did this would have had to get in without forcing anything. And if you watch closely, her hands are shaking, showing how the sight shook her up. But that was just the start. Let's watch at what happens next.
Okay, I picked my mom up from Toronto yesterday, and I wanted to show her the house. So of course, I showed her the spooky room. And I must have left the light on up there. I don't remember leaving the light on. But I stood at the bottom of the stairs and I made my mom go up the stairs. And I was like, Mom, look into that wooden spot over there. And she's like, what wooden spot? That's because it's down there.
What are they wood for? Oh, no. No, no.
Yeah, no. There's cushions back there. No.
No.
I told my ex
That's
about
a
it,
nope
and she
for
said
me.
that it was probably the draft that did it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it back up.
Yeah, put it back up. Let's see if something creeps out. Some tape. Want an ass shot?
Oh, it is. So maybe it's maybe it's just a little bit crazy. The draft in there is insane.
Both? What the hell? Broth. Don't think she said broth.
Okay, I think that's good. I think that's secure. Like, come up here again, and that's on the ground. I'm gonna lose my
Falling over. Get some tape then and tape it up.
That's actually a nice wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Mine,
I like that.
I wonder if
Yeah,
I can
that's
carry
haunted.
that downstairs. That is nice. I hope that's my foot tracks. Can't even see out the window today. Oh, that's a nice picture. That'll go nice in my kitchen.
Haunted. Oh, here we go.
Okay. So it must have been the draft. I'll have to get somebody to come and nail that on or something. Or I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to go get some nails right now.
Keep it up just now.
Because that.
Oh, that crap.
Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
She checks a room where she'd been hearing noises. The lights are on. She's not sure if she left them that way. Gave it a shove from the other side. She brushed it off, have it properly fixed and safety, and suggested that she installed cameras around the house just to be sure. And sure enough, she catches something terrifying. Take a look.
Oh. Yeah, that's freaky. Hey, Fortnite! Welcome!
Hours go by and nothing, but then the door swings open.
Who are you?
Doors opening by themselves don't spell doom. It could have been drafts or even faulty hinges on an old door. But watch how the door opens.
Hey, that's creepy.
There's no sudden gust-driven bang. They open with a measured, almost
I'm
cautious
good,
pace.
Fortnite. Thanks very
and
much.
as one of the commenters
How are
put,
you?
it moves like something that didn't want to make too much noise. So now we're left with two possibilities. Either this was an unfortunate combination of loose fittings, air pressure, and a bit of bad timing that just happens to look
really
like
good.
something out of a horror movie, or
Been on here
there's
for
someone
almost
or
3
something
hours.
inside that
I've
apartment.
had a monster, so
Which one are you going with? Let us know.
I don't know how long I'll last. See how it.
Number 5.
See how things
The
go.
Barking Dead. A short clip that has been doing the rounds online
Are
shows what
you
starts off as a
in
chill
America?
evening with a lady
What
watching
time
her
is it
favourite
where you
show
are?
with her dog, when suddenly this happens. Take a look.
Nice. That dog flew out of that room.
At first, it's dead easy to miss. One of the dogs absolutely legs it for the nearest exit, spooking both the other dog and their owner in the process. To be fair, dogs do this all the time. Random zoomies or kicking off at sounds we can't hear, like a distant bang, another animal, or a door shutting outside. So, the woman just brushes it off. It's only later when she checks the camera that things take a proper dark turn. Watch again. Let's slow it right down for you.
Never even noticed that. Right.
Did you spot it?
But they ran into the wall and then it came out there, so how the hell did it see the fucking thing come?
Just for a split second, a faint, human-shaped figure passes right through. It's not crystal clear, but you can definitely make out a head and shoulders. But here's the massive detail. As it sprints past, the picture frame on the wall actually shifts. Just
weird.
a tiny bit, but enough to prove this isn't just a dodgy camera glitch or a trick of the light. Something physically interacted with that room. Suddenly, the dog kicking off makes total sense. Both of them clock it instantly, and one absolutely legs it, wanting zero part of whatever just came through that wall. Even the woman's reaction is spot on. No exaggerated acting, just pure confusion turning straight into proper unease. You can clearly see it's in the way she moves. So, what do you reckon? Is this a genuine ghost caught on camera? Let us know down below. Number 4. Picture Imperfect. Reddit user WhatIt2Year69 shared a snap taken during a trip back to their family's ancestral village out in Pakistan.
Hopefully
the old house had been sitting completely abandoned for years, so stopping outside to grab a quick group photo seemed like standard gear. Nothing felt off at the time. It was only later on, when they were flicking back through the photos, that they clocked something massively out of place. Get your eyes on this. Looks like a normal family photo at first, but now, focus on the doorway.
Yes, over that.
Look right in the dark behind the door. You can make out a face partially hidden, just peering through at them. The family swears blind nobody went inside because the place was falling to bits, so they stayed outside the whole time. But look at the figure itself. The colouring is completely off compared to the rest of the snap, and there's no actual body attached to it. Some
excuse
believe
me.
it's just shadows lining up perfectly to play tricks on your eyes.
So
while
glad
others
that
think
I've
they've
finally
caught
got
whatever
this
was already
live
lurking
going
inside.
properly.
What do you reckon? Real poltergeist, or just a trick of the light? Drop your thoughts down below.
Pareidolia, that's what it is. Pareidolia.
Number 3. Pigabushka.
What?
Russian urban explorer Universe of Mems took up an exploration at an isolated, decaying complex deep within the Russian forest. The structure had been abandoned for decades, and many speak of the bizarre events that occurred there once the sun goes down. Our guy, trying not to meddle with the supernatural, decides to carry out his exploration in broad daylight.
Never
If
know what's
only
going to
he
happen.
knew that the evil that resides there never really leaves. This was how his exploration went.
Направляемся на поиски военной секретной заброшенной базы.
Thanks very much, Fortnite.
Там, в лесу такие вот заброшки.
Just talking garbage as
Интересно
normal.
сейчас найти эту базу. Так, идем. Она здесь здоровая, блин, эти дороги такие. Куча этих развилок. Пошли, ребята. Такие вот здания, помещения. Я думаю, достаем фонарик мой.
I think I'm going to take out my flashlight,
Всё.
so
О, смотрите, как классно светит.
look how well it shines.
Ангар такой арочный.
Hello, someone out there.
В лесу уже видно в земле.
Damn, I'm getting really... Want me to shut up? Well, there's...
Такая вот была здесь военная база.
What's that
Посмотрите.
called? Oh my god.
Какой ангар, ребята.
My wee brain cell's struggling. Subtitles. Oh my gosh.
Прикольно, что-то новенькое. И там много таких ангаров. Прикольно, ребята, давно не было у меня таких приключений.
At first, it's just what you'd expect. Empty halls, broken rooms, nothing moving. That changes when he reaches one of the deeper sections.
Ребята, жутковато. Потому что здесь, блин, куча этих волков,
Wolves.
зверей
Oh.
всяких.
Love wolves.
Подходим, идем дальше.
Just like wolves.
Смотреть, шо как. Вот, ребята, еще такой вот бункер. Фу, территория очень большая. Здесь будет очень тяжело найти эти шахты. Так. Пошли. А вот здесь уже стрёмненько, ребята. Какие-то комнаты.
Oh my god, what was that?
As he approaches the final doorway, a distinct dark humanoid figure emerges from the shadows like it had been waiting to play peekaboo with him. At the sight of this, he nearly jumps out of his skin and skedaddles out of there.
I would too.
Missed it? Take a closer look.
That's just a homeless person. Thanks, a homeless person?
The figure shows up briefly before retreating into the dark. Now, there are a few ways to look at this. It could be someone else inside playing dress up to mess with him. Not impossible in abandoned places. But some people think this lines up with stories other explorers have shared about the same location, including Apex Urban Exploration. Either way, something was there in that doorway. Whether it was a person or not, will let you decide.
It was a homeless person.
Number 2. Cold Feet. On the 27th of January, TikTok user Globalist Slayer USA shared a clip from his security camera recorded just before 4 in the morning. The camera looks out over a snow-covered backyard. No movement, no people, nothing out of place, until something starts to happen. Take a look.
Steps. Yeah. I think I've reacted
At
to this
first,
one.
it's just the snow. Then, the footprints begin to appear, one after another, moving across the yard, but there's no one there. No person, no animal, nothing visible creating them. They form in a sequence,
Explain that
as
then.
if something with weight is walking through, just not something you can see. The
Think
camera
of
angle
that.
stays fixed the entire time, no cuts, no obvious edits, and nothing else enters the frame. While you could assume it was probably Santa running for a quick gift restock, it's important to note that the clip was taken way past Christmas, and you'd expect him to be more careful. Then, there's a chance that small animals could sometimes move in ways that are hard to pick up on, but the footprints appear bigger than those of any rodent. Snow can also shift or collapse in odd patterns, especially if there's something underneath. But the way these prints form, evenly spaced, one step at a time, makes it harder to pin down.
It makes sense.
So either there's a simple explanation hiding in plain sight, or something's crossed that yard without ever showing itself. Number 1. Bad vibrations. It was just another Tuesday night for Nia, her cousin, and their family pet as they all laid in bed, watching TV at their grandma's house. Suddenly, their dog Coco started acting strangely. At first, it was acting as if someone had joined them for a movie time. Shortly after, it starts staring at the ribbon attached to the ceiling fan, and that's when Celia pulls out her phone to record.
Maybe?
Did that boy text you yet? No, look. Coco can tell something's wrong.
Always trust the dogs and the cats. Said it all before.
Oh, the ribbons. Coco.
Oh, Coco.
Coco. What you doing down here?
The dog appears fixated on the ribbon, which seems to move on its own despite the windows being closed and no justifiable reason for one to move and not both. Then the dog appears too frightened to even bark. Instead, it cowers under the bed like a child hiding from a monster. But the real scare came right after Coco left the room. Take a look.
Oh. Bye, Coco. Bye, Coco.
What? Here for the humour, really, aren't you? What the hell? Give me one.
The situation turned dark quickly as the bed began shaking violently, as if there was an earthquake. But notice how the TV or other appliance in the room didn't move. It was as though whatever made Coco leave the room wanted the girls out too. Nia and her cousin never truly understood what happened that night, but I bet that was an experience that still haunts her to this day.
Right, what's next? Goose pimples. That was a month ago. I'll do this. Why not?
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Bro.
These YouTubers decided to embark on a paranormal investigation through a supposedly haunted hotel that has been abandoned for years. Locals believe it to be haunted by the owner, who ended his life in the bathroom, leaving the whole building abandoned. Apparently, sometimes, screams can be heard coming from inside, so no one even dares to go snooping around the premises. Of course, these guys saw that as more reason to bring their ghost hunting equipment and give it a go. But soon after, they would discover what makes the locals so scared of that place. And it's not pretty. Take a look.
Have you see that? No. Coco Pop.
After following what sounded like an object being dragged up the stairs, they discovered someone or something hiding away from the camera while holding some sort of weapon or tool. Luckily, they didn't stick around long enough to find out how that item would be used on them.
Another homeless
but when
person.
they reviewed the footage captured that night, they noticed something that left them shaking in terror.
Okay. What are the noises?
While waiting for the rest of the crew to reach him so they could all get out of there, Hero had no idea that someone was right behind them.
Oh, right, hold on.
It looks like a pale figure standing still and staring at him. But who or what could this be when they were supposed to be the only people investigating the place? I guess we'll never know.
So dubious.
What do you think? Could the ghostly owner still be roaming around the building to show who's the boss? Or did some shady individuals decide to occupy the place since everyone else is scared to go there anyway? Let us know your thoughts about this one in the comments.
A casual stroll past a cemetery takes a chilling turn when a creepy figure is spotted lurking among the gravestones. Take a look.
You like these random clips, or would you prefer like a paranormal investigation? Who's that creep? What's he doing? What's he up to?
What looks to be a pale child can be seen peeking behind the gravestone. Shame he didn't get closer to check if it's just a kid or something far more sinister. Could that have been the groundkeepers going about his job? It certainly looked creepy as hell. But you'll be the judge of this one. Let us know.
While trying to film the city just after sunset, this tourist noticed something strange out of the corner of his eye. Now at first, he brushed it off and got back to his recording, but the urge to glance at the nearby bridge just wouldn't go away. And when he finally gave in, his blood ran cold with what he spotted there.
Let's see then. Let's see, it was in Ukraine. Wait, what are they? What's that? That monkey? This one's quite old, isn't it? I think that was.
It seems like an animal crawling along, until you notice its eerie similarity to the rake. No fur or hair whatsoever, humanoid-like and butt naked. The way this figure moves, it's not human. It almost bleeds into each new position instead of shifting naturally as it crawls along. What in the hell is this figure? Some kind of cryptid? Or maybe something a bit more explainable?
Nature walks can be therapeutic, but sometimes curiosity can lead you down a chilling path. That's exactly what happened when this hunter in Norway decided to explore an old cabin with his GoPro. This is what he captured.
Gamle driten her. Faen, ass.
That's not sketchy at all. That's just some random hut. Fuck. Oh my god.
As he delved deeper, a sight in the ceiling sent him running for his spare brown pants. What a creepy dude that was. To be fair, he asked for it when he didn't leave after finding the place still had electricity and
that one got me.
Couldn't he tell someone might still live there? We can't put this one down to paranormal, not enough backstory, so for all we know, it could just be a homeless person. One thing's for sure though, that hunter will never step inside another cabin in the woods.
Whenever you decide to take on a paranormal investigation, be sure to prepare for the worst, especially if you're going on your own, because YouTuber Adrian got a lot more than he bargained for while exploring at an unholy hour. His seemingly science-defying experience may leave you speechless. Take a look.
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah.
Why are they always white gowns and long black hair?
Guys, wow, that room!
The figure, or whatever the hell that was, seemed to disappear through the ceiling, which sent this guy into a frenzy. This could well be like, some great video editing skills, but we can't really spot any in this one. But it is undoubtedly one of the creepiest clips that we've seen in a while.
Paranormal investigators, Darkgate Aria, decided to take on a truly terrifying challenge, exploring a haunted forest where, according to local law, children have been dragged into the darkness, never to be seen again. The locals believe a demon haunts these woods, thanks to shady occult rituals performed decades ago. Now, no one in their right mind dares to step foot there after dark, but Darkgate Aria aren't exactly known for their right minds. So on a random Tuesday night,
area.
they packed their gear and headed straight into the heart of the forest, determined to stay overnight. What they encountered, the stuff of nightmares. Take a look.
داستانای اینجا خیلی زیاده. ولی گفتم یکی از مهمترین مسائلی که ما رو کشونده اینجا اینه که یه پسر 14-15 ساله، یعنی یه پسر بچه اینجا مفقود شده و هنوزم که هنوز پیدا نشده. تقریبا الان گفت از سال 92 گفتن. آره
تقریبا 11 سال 92
و جالبی موضوع اینه که صدای اون پسر بچه، کسایی که اومدن اینجا موندن تا صبح، خیلی ها میگفتن ما صدای جیغ زدن و داد زدن، یا بهتر بگم شکنجه کردن یه پسر بچه، یه صدای بچه میشیندن اینجا. و دلیل اصلی که ما اومدیم اینجا هم همینه. صدا خشکی آتیشه.
Happen. Oh, you see that?
After hours of waiting and capturing absolutely nothing, ghost haunting luck, they decided to hunker down in their tent and wait for the stroke of midnight. Because you know, that's definitely when things get spicy. And boy, did they. Out of nowhere, someone or something smashed against their tent.
I knew it was coming and I still jumped.
Did you catch that? The tent window flat, like something pushed it from the inside. But here's the kicker. They had another camera to catch multiple angles, and we can clearly see there's no one touching it.
Yeah, that's
no
weird.
way they could have done it without being caught on camera. But oh boy, were they in for a full-on spookfest yet?
Ooh.
What happened next? Even worse.
Okay, here we go.
نمیشه بگی چیز داره. چی بود اون؟ یا خدا. یا خدا. خدا چی بود این؟ کیه؟
Again, something struck the tent. No footsteps, no shadows, no one in sight. Was whatever did this trying to lure them out of their only safe spot? Whatever happened next might have just confirmed it.
مواظب باش. چی شد؟ چی شد؟ چی شد؟
Did you see that? As one of them went to investigate the knocking sound, something grabbed his bag and yanked him straight into the river.
See that? Yeah.
چی شد؟
That's creepy.
At that point, they knew they weren't just dealing with a few creepy noises. This was something far more powerful.
Yeah.
So they did the only sensible thing, skedaddled back to their tent and got the hell out of there. But when they reviewed the footage later, they realized something had been with them the whole time. And it wasn't just the entity. Watch this.
Oh. Saw that move. Yeah.
بچه‌ها اینجا رو ببینید. ما اینجا فکر کردیم گفتیم خب شاید چوب آتیش گرفته و بالاخره یه تکونی خورده و افتاده. ولی بچه‌ها ما اینجا تازه آتیش رو روشن کرده بودیم و این خیلی خیلی عجیبه. این یکی از سبک‌های عجیبمون بود توی جستجوی این جنگل.
Move on.
At first, they thought the stick moving near the fire was just from the flames crackling. But look closer, the stick wasn't touched by the fire and no one kicked it. So what moved it? And then came the biggest reveal yet.
بچه‌ها تو این سبکی دقت کنید. یه چیزی از پشت درخت این سرعت طبیعی خودشه. چه سرعتی می‌گذره.
Yeah, what was that?
سرماسته بود. قشنگ میاد. نمیدونم. روی فیلتر سولاریزه کاملا مشخص.
They need to know what it was.
For a
but
brief
it's definitely
moment,
something
a
there,
shadowy
yeah.
figure appeared just behind the tent. Was it the
Mm.
malevolent spirit that's been preying on children for decades? Or just a clever trick of the camera? You decide.
اینجا صحنه سه ببین قشنگ میاد حالا نمیدونم.
When your dog starts barking in the middle of the night, your mind tends to jump to the worst of the worst. But what do you do when instead of the threat of a home invasion, there is nothing at all? Or so it seems. That's precisely what happened to this family, except they checked their home security cameras later on and saw exactly what their dog was barking at. Take a look.
I don't see. Right. Oh. Right. Look here somewhere, maybe? Oh, that. There we go. What the hell? Oh my god, what the hell was that?
What looks like a pair of legs without a torso seems to be dashing across the street. Usually, when
Right,
this
that's
type
weird
of
as
figure is
hell.
captured on CCTV cameras, the image quality
Explain
is really
that.
poor. But in this case, everything seems so clear apart from the strange runner. Without getting into too many boring details,
Maybe half,
most
just the legs.
CCTV cameras have limited amounts of storage per frame, so to save space, the camera will essentially merge elements of the video. But there's something particularly eerie about this one. If this clip was just a person running past a house, could a CCTV camera with such great quality cut off their body and only include their legs where the significant movement was? Or did the Headless Horseman lose his horse? And
Yeah, that's
his
what it was.
torso?
Yeah,
When
that's
this
what it
fascinating
was.
video started circulating the internet recently, it had a lot of people scratching their heads. Two players in the Argentina team, River Plate, were passing the ball back and forth when something truly bizarre happens. Something that sent a shiver down our spines, especially when we dug deep enough to see the full picture. But before we feast our eyes on the most recent piece of this puzzle, let's take it all the way back to a particular video from 2014 that left everyone baffled. Oddly enough, this video is connected to the whole story, and we don't use the word oddly lightly. Keep watching and it'll all come together.
Porque ahí está, aquí está el muñeco Gallardo. Están pensando en poner a alguien que vaya por afuera. Mercado Bangionis, me parece que uno de los dos se viene. Hay alguien que no
Yes,
está
I
bien
think
acá.
somebody
Ojo,
runs all the way. Yeah.
Se viene el tiro libre. Atención. Le pegará
That's
Ferreira,
weird.
lo dejarán.
That's
A
weird.
Ferreira creo, ¿eh? Ahí va, Ferreira por abajo, jugada
How do you
preparada,
explain
centro,
that then?
Musi.
You might be thinking, GP, what the hell am I looking at? We thought like that too at first glance, because the figure could well just be a person running for any reason at all. But if you look closely, you'll see that the figure appears to be transparent, merging through the barrier and the people there. This clip
Really?
was so wild that even the tabloids picked it up, giving everyone a few more ideas on what this could have been. Some tabloids claim that matchgoers said they saw the strange figure and were convinced it was a ghost. Others were dead set that it was just a guy wearing grey and the cameras washed him out. But it took the football community by storm, which is when the plot truly began to thicken. Football fanatics looked closely at the ghosts in the videos and realised exactly who it reminded them of in the form, figure and movement. A man named Natalio Perinetti. Perinetti spent most of his football career playing for Race Club as a skilled right winger from 1917 to 1933. He played for Argentina in the 1930 World Cup, but in 1934, after a major tizzy with management, Perinetti moved to River Plate. But his love for his original team always stuck, and when he had to play against them, he wore the whole Racing Club shirt underneath his uniform. Experts say the figure runs exactly like Perinetti in his prime, and at the game Racing Club won 1-0. But fans believe the winning goal was actually scored by his spirit, and not by player Diego Milito. So how does this all tie into the present day? Could Natalio Perinetti be following his team all the way up to 2024? Well, check out this clip and focus on the background.
You've seen that guy that ran past him. Okay.
There appears to be another, similar looking running ghost. But the spookiest thing here is that this video was taken exactly 10 years after his supposedly last caught on camera. Could it all be a big coincidence? Or are we seeing the soul of Perinetti follow his team through the ages?
This scary video is going to make you rethink letting your little ones roam freely, especially in places like these. It all started as a fun family moment, a mum, her camera and her kid having a blast playing on their rooftop. But while they were focused on capturing some sweet memories, something, or someone, had its eyes locked on them. And trust me, what the camera caught is enough to make you double check every corner the next time you step out. Take a look.
What? I didn't see a thing.
If you missed it, don't worry, it's subtle, almost like it doesn't want to be seen. Let's slow it down and zoom in. There's a pale figure with long, dark hair watching them from just a few meters away. At first you might just think it's a person, a local maybe, or an old woman enjoying the breeze. But there's something about its stillness, the way it stares, that just doesn't sit right. And why did it seem so locked in on the little boy? The mother claims that nobody noticed the figure at the time. Could it be that its presence wasn't meant to be felt, as if it was lurking intentionally, staying hidden, just out of reach? I guess we'll never know. The following scary videos were uploaded on TikTok by Bailey, the caretaker of an allegedly haunted theatre. On his first day of training, theatre staff warned him of strange happenings littered throughout the building, and he was raring to go as soon as he heard it all. He didn't catch much when he first started recording, until a viewer suggested sitting down quietly with his phone. And that night, while looking after the theatre alone, he decided to try it out. And that's when he managed to capture this.
He's sitting in the audience, maybe. Shouldn't be there. In the balcony. Was it see, but I can obviously see that.
Something was leering over the edge of the balcony towards him, but he swears blind he was alone that night. As creepy as it was, this clip doesn't show too much, so he decided to do a little bit more investigation, and while responding to an intruder alarm, he caught something spine-tingling.
Oh. Guess that was my spine tingling.
Someone in here? Hello? Fuck. Shit. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. Who is it? Oh, shit.
I can't see nothing. Right.
Either there's a very musical robber, or there's something spooky lurking around that piano.
Sorry, what's a musical rubber? Mind boggles. You make your mind up.
But Bailey, yet again, swears that he was the only one around. After this, he decided the nighttime activity wasn't enough.
You can say a musical robber.
So he began searching for activity in daylight.
All right, y'all, my heart is racing. Okay, so I see this sometimes. I've been trying to catch this on camera. Nothing over here. I promise there's nothing over here. I'm not doing anything to manipulate this. Watch. Look, you see that? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, check it out. Make another one. Look, I'm not doing anything, I swear. I'm just standing here. I see this all the time. It only happens. Ooh, okay, yeah, see? It only happens at this. Okay, that's the biggest I've ever seen it. Holy shit.
Looks like Aladdin left his carpet behind. Bailey was getting more tense as the activity seemed to ramp up. He began to struggle catching specific moments, but he got lucky with this next clip.
This is backstage. Can't see it very well, but, what?
What?
Look, guys, holy shit. I'm turning the lights on,
See none. Because the light
A figure
was
seems to be creeping around the backstage door.
Oh, right, okay.
He hears some light footsteps before the stage light shudders on its own. Soon after seeing this apparition, Bailey began to hear singing from the main stage. He turns off the lights and hides in the back in hopes of catching it on camera, and what happened next made his hair stand on end.
Heard that moaning. Be singing.
Something is definitely having a sing-song while it thinks it's alone. But who or what the hell is it when Bailey is the only one supposed to be looking after the theatre that night? A few comments point out that somebody could be hiding out of sight and wailing into the abyss, but Bailey seems a little bit too invested for that to be the case. Another commenter asked Bailey to compliment the singing, but did that make him a friend or an enemy? Let's find out.
Your voice is pretty.
Now, a few comments pointed out that this sounded a little suggestive, but if you listen closely, it sounds thankful, almost relieved that someone can hear it. The activity died down for a little while after this, but it was nowhere near the end. The security alarm got set off again, and Bailey charged towards the commotion, and what he saw shocked him to his core.
Hello. All right. Leg room. Anyone in here? The bathroom.
The shower turns on and sends chills up my spine.
Whoa. Someone's in here. Yo, it's midnight.
And no one's there. That gold curtain thing for?
Phone starts to glitch.
They behind that?
Someone behind that.
That makes no sense. Why would that be in a shower? Shower block? Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Is that him that win? I do.
Let's see. Oh, there's got to be somebody down here. Let's go the other way. Yo, these lights are off. Hello? Someone in here, seriously.
Going all the way down to the basement at midnight is a fate worse than death, according to all horror movies, but Bailey seems to power on through. That is, until he hears the shower turn on by itself, and as he tries to turn the water off, his phone begins to glitch. He paces back towards the centre of the basement, where he noticed all of the lights had been turned on, but after that, he still had more to come. Check out this short but scary video that Bailey caught on the main stage.
See that?
What, actually, Annie?
Look closely at the doorway, right behind him, just behind the curtain. You can see something sprinting past.
What's up, y'all? As always, if the sensor gets tripped, I film it, just in case we see anything. So here we go. It's 9 p.m. on a Saturday.
What?
This is my life.
Music doesn't help.
So I'm walking through the main stage. Here, I'll flip it. Ghost light is on. No one in here. Hello?
That could be in though. And now it's not there. Oh, is there somebody up there? Oh, who are they? Extras?
Two figures, plain as day, stood atop the balcony. Soon they'll be asking Bailey to sing for them.
Alright guys, so I work at this old theater and been hearing a noise. It's a really beautiful theater, as you can see, if you can see it at all. But I keep hearing a noise in here, and there's not supposed to be anybody here, so just double checking, but I wanted to film it. Just in case. There's the ghost light. It's a light we keep on for ghosts, for people who still remain here and whatnot, and, what the fuck? What is that?
Yeah. Good hard to see. Bailey, come on.
Just before the camera
God,
abruptly cuts off, we can see someone or something
that? The
sizing
director?
Bailey up from across the theatre, and they seem to be pushing him further and further towards the edge. But what do you think? Is he safe working there? Do you think he should have Googled that theatre before applying for the job?
Maybe.
Imagine this. You're in the hospital, ready to go home after your late night shift, when you hear a scream out of nowhere. What's your first instinct? To pull out the camera and start recording for evidence, of course. Just in case. But after a while, nothing happens, so you get out of there and go home. During a chat with your partner already in bed, that moment comes to your mind, and you decide to show him footage. Only for him to point something out. Something you didn't notice, but is now sending a chill right down to your socks.
Loco, que vi a alguien pasar. ¡Ey! Váyanse de aquí, ahorita va a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
Saw somebody. Saw a shadow beast there.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's not moving, but it's there, staring toward the person filming, waiting for the right moment to do whatever creepy-ass shadow dudes do. Would you go back to work the next day? No chance.
Maybe. Maybe it's not.
Imagine working as a security guard, regularly checking the CCTV cameras even if everything seems peaceful and quiet. When around 3 AM you get a notification of movement upstairs, only to find something that sends chills down your spine, like this.
Okay, so it's just another shadow figure.
The fuck is this, man?
A mysterious figure can be seen
The
on
fuck
camera
is this, man?
wandering the empty workplace at stupid o'clock. Even the janitors weren't supposed to be in sight at that hour, but after checking the area, it was empty. Viewers jumped straight to the comments saying how it truly looks like a ghostly figure, fading in and out as it moved. And the fact that it was captured by CCTV during the eerie silence of the early morning, with no one else around, only one security guard to witness it, makes this footage even creepier. Taking the guy's word for it and assuming no one was really there at the time, how can you explain this one? A great piece of video editing? Or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? The true answer remains hidden, leaving us with a chilling sense of uncertainty.
Sleepovers and paranormal games like Ouija go hand in hand, because apparently nothing screams great night in quite like summoning something that you can't get rid of. People swear that these games can open doors to the spirit world, but for every brave soul eager to test them out, there's a long list of warnings. Possessions, demons, and things way darker than you'd ever want lurking in your home. But Ali H wasn't buying into any of that superstitious crap. He figured it was all fun and games. Until the air turned ice cold, the vibes went straight to hell, and he realised maybe, just maybe, those old wives' tales weren't just stories. Left to his own devices, Ali decided to try a cocktail of paranormal games, beginning with something called the Red Book Challenge. A game of Mexican origin. To play, you need, you guessed it, a red hardcover book, but also a lit red candle and at least one other person to play with. You ask the book if you can play, close your eyes and point to a random sentence in the book and interpret the answer as either a yes or a no. Afterwards, you follow this format of asking questions and pointing to the answers. But you're not allowed to leave until you've asked for and received permission from the spirit. Now, the rules vary depending on who's written them down, but they're the basics, and Ali gets right down to business. But the spirit doesn't seem to want to play along.
And whatever sentence I get, I have to read it and I have to interpret it. If I interpret it as a good thing, then it's like, yeah, you can enter the game. If I interpret it as a bad thing, then it's like, nah, you ain't playing. The book that we are using is called, what is this book called? Of Blood and Bone. It's very fitting. I want to know why Mary decided she needed to crush my head with a weight. Essentially, she tried to kill me. I want to know why. So, that's what we're going to do.
Where's Mary?
All right, here we go. Something in her quivered. Something in her steeled. There are 6 of them and 1 of you. I'm just going to show you guys that that was a line that I read. Oh, and the candle is odd. That seemed very negative to me because it sounds like I have never read this book before.
So,
what was that? You're not alone.
No.
After a more than clear no from the Red Book, Ali freaks out, and if you notice, never got permission to leave the game.
Oh, did I get on camera? Okay. Sorry, guys.
For some godforsaken reason, he decided that his best bet after that scare was to run and grab a Ouija board to place on the kitchen side and get back into the game.
Why
but it
would
appears
you?
the damage was already done. He closed the game properly and turned in for the night. But then, all hell broke loose.
Or I had it, but
It
it's
shows
completely
his
fried
girlfriend.
now. I had a whole bunch of footage.
Makes sense.
It's literally fried. It's dead.
Okay, Google, turn off bedroom.
The time stretched into stupid o'clock territory, and at 2 a.m, Ali was wandering around his home trying to figure out what the hell was going on. After no joy, he got back into bed. But when he woke up the next morning, he felt off. He felt as though he knew something was happening right in front of his eyes, but he couldn't see it. Remembering the security camera, he ran down to check the footage, and what he saw sent shivers down his spine.
Cupboard door going to open. Can happen. TV's going to come on. Come on. Same tonight.
Of all the things to spell out, it had to be one of the most terrifying. It's a good job his partner went to her mother's that night. All of that might have been enough to make her pack up and move to another country.
Wait, is that move?
The pool is where you go to cool off. This kid got a different kind of chills after noticing what his camera caught one day. This is what he captured.
Mírala. ¿La veis bien, no? Eso es un tío,
Bet you missed it, didn't you? Let's slow it down.
Yeah. What? And
Who
see
in the
that?
fresh hell is that? Can you see the hand underneath the pool cover?
Oh, come on.
Could this be an editing trick, or the residual haunting of a tragic past? Well, this was certainly not the first time something weird was captured in a pool. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, that's funny. And creepy.
Yep.
And perhaps a little bit staged? But whether it's real or fake, can you just imagine seeing something like this with your own eyes? What would you even do? Actually, stupid question. You'd put it on TikTok, of course.
With a camera in his hand and courage in his heart, this dude ventures into places most wouldn't even dare. This time though, he might have investigated a building that holds more than just creepy shadows. What he encounters that night left his audience absolutely baffled. Take a look.
لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله.
There.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله.
What?
Usually, it's pretty easy to spot jump cuts, strings, and other signs of fakery in these types of videos. But how the hell did they manage to fake this door moving the way it did? There was no one behind it or anywhere for them to hide. No signs of jump cuts or even motors on the door. We've debunked some of his videos in the past, but this time, it's been a struggle, must admit. Could this building really be haunted? Let's watch more and find out.
لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا 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 لا. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. وش اللي حرك الباب يا جماعة؟ بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Officers are going to go flying.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
How to do that then?
لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Whatever was going on inside this supposedly haunted building became too much for our Rambo here, so he didn't stick around for long. What do you think is going on though? Did you spot anything we missed? Could he have really stumbled across the real deal this time? Let us know your thoughts.
Possible.
We've all heard the tales of creaky old houses and abandoned asylums being haunted, but nursing homes? That's a new one.
Nice.
In this next strange video, a seemingly ordinary nursing home captured something on the security cameras that they're all struggling to explain. Take a look.
So it's gonna come right here, boom, just appeared for the camera right there, and then just flew. Let me show how it came over here. This is where it came.
I think you reacted to this before, but it's nursing home, so unfortunately a lot of people die in here, so, you know, it's possibly going to have a lot of spirits. I could do with some spirits myself right now, to be honest.
And then, yeah, see, it's capturing it.
Hey Mike, thanks for coming along. I'm going to do this tomorrow night as well, if you're free.
Show it move.
Good night.
And then you can see it disappear also. Right here. I'm showing the viewers for your phone. Gone.
One moment it's there, and the next it's gone. And when the security guard checks the other camera, there it is, chilling next to the elevators in an entirely different section of the building. But then it vanishes again. Just like that. No tricks, no gimmicks. Although we have got to consider the tech-savvy world that we live in. Could this be some digital wizardry? A well-crafted hoax for a few clicks and views? Well, keep an eye on the timestamps. They're hard to read, but we can still see that they didn't jump. So this seems to be raw footage played on the CCTV software itself. Plus, when we slow down, we can actually see the walking stick being yanked and passing by the bottom of the screen. And of course, the uploader sounds genuinely baffled too.
Gone. Alright, and then here,
adding that little extra bit of credibility. There's no over-the-top drama, no flashy effects, just a walking stick making its ghostly journey, leaving us with more questions than answers. And maybe, just maybe, making you double-check every slight disturbance tonight, worried that the walking stick might be tapping against your door. Exploring creepy-ass places at stupid o'clock all by yourself is all fun and games, until it isn't.
Until it isn't, yeah.
That's what YouTuber CJ Long Crow's vlog learned the hard way when he decided to go full-on Rambo into an old abandoned high school that even the bravest hearts would think twice about entering. Having visited with two guys earlier, he returned alone to satisfy his curiosity and intuition that he would find something worth uploading on the premises. After exploring every single room, he couldn't catch much other than a few bats and some strange bangs, but as he'd expect at that ungodly hour, the place was completely empty, not a soul in sight. Or so he thought.
Was there?
Because when he was about to leave, thoroughly disappointed, he came face to face with a terrifying sight that left him trembling like a leaf. Take a look.
I mean, just look at this building. Oh, fuck. Bro.
At first he spots what looked like a shadowy figure, but as he pans the camera up and down to be absolutely sure, the figure suddenly bolts across the window. But who or what could the figure have been? Let us look into the history of this place to try and paint a picture. The Crow Creek Tribal High School is an abandoned school in South Dakota. First, its gymnasium was sealed off for over a year after being deemed unsafe for students. Then, as if fate had a twisted sense of humour, another part of the school was mysteriously gutted by fire and eventually shut down following reports of inadequate funding, among other reasons. But even before its long overdue closure, it was rumoured that staff and other local workers would see spirits and entities roaming the premises after hours. Students also claimed that they experienced crazy paranormal things while living in the dorms. Now, years after its closure, paranormal investigators still go up there to try and make contact with the resident evil that is said to live there. Just like CJ, who had spent most of the night looking for any sort of paranormal activity to thrill his followers, but it was only when he ventured alone that he saw this mysterious figure move by the window. Even before he could set foot there, in a mix of excitement and terror, he heads back to get his buddy so they can figure out who the hell is on the top floor. But when they both returned, the place was completely empty.
Why the fuck am I doing this? Jesus Christ.
Really yawning.
Oh my god, bro. Like earlier it was fun. It was fun. But now,
This
fuck
seems
that.
kind of dumb what we're doing, to be honest.
Bro, oh my god.
That's just me, though. I have no big humor out of things.
Was that there? Yeah, that was there. Okay, guys. This is exactly.
Bro, where could I have gone, though?
It's exactly where the fuck I saw it. Hold on, let me see inside there. Custodian? Closet?
Yeah.
Maybe, fuck. Maybe an old custodian, maybe?
Like,
holy fuck, bro.
no,
It's shaking, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's a fucking bird down there. Oh, it's a bat. Oh, god, it's a bat. Get the
God.
Get the oh, god.
Rabies.
One summer, renowned Brazilian paranormal investigator Uceles, famous for checking out haunted houses and helping freaked out families, got a call that was a little different. The caller, Marciano, reported a series of strange events that grabbed Uceles' attention. He agreed to visit the next day, and he kept his word, but little did he know he was about to face one of the freakiest experiences of his ghost hunting career. The next night, Uceles showed up at Marciano's house, ready to dig into all the spooky stuff from the moment he stepped through the door. The uneasy vibes hit him hard, goose pimples spread across his skin, and things were about to get a whole lot weirder. He goes on to have a chat with Marciano's wife, Tati, who was the first to notice something strange about the house. She claims she started seeing two ghost kids wandering around the house a few months back, but when she told her husband, he brushed it off as her imagination, even when she swore she saw a little boy with long hair covering his face, just standing across from her in the living room. Marciano didn't buy it. Instead, he told her to go get medical help. Little did he know, those mysterious entities were about to make a special appearance just for him. One night, while crashing on the living room sofa, Marciano suddenly felt someone or something clamping down on his throat like it was trying to choke him. That was Marciano's official baptism into the paranormal world. Now that he was a believer, the entities seemed to turn things up a notch. The spooky activities around the house doubled. Objects, appliances, and even furniture started falling like they were shoved by some unseen force. Things got even creepier when the family came home one day to find tiny footprints in their bathroom, and they didn't match anyone in the house. When they couldn't handle the spook fest their home had turned into, they called in Uceles for help. But to really understand what's going on in this haunted house, we gotta dive into its backstory. The house was built about 2 decades ago, standing on the very land where Marciano's childhood home once stood, before it got torn down. But it wasn't just a house. This place was built on some seriously sad history. Marciano's mother had 2 miscarriages and later died under mysterious circumstances. She was even buried on the same land, ready to help the family get rid of these cooked paranormal vibes. Our paranormal hunter performed a simple exorcism ritual, but that was just a warm-up. Watch what went down that night. It was next level.
Feche os olhos de vocês, se concentram. Espírito, através dessa união, eu pergunto o porquê da vossa permanência aqui neste lugar. Faça algo para que eu entenda. Interaja neste momento. Espírito, está me ouvindo aqui? Já tocou em mim.
Ai, meu Deus.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Calma, permanece. Segura só no som. Solta não, segura, mantém. Mantém. Que isso? Arabaki, Arabakai.
Put it at the back of the telly.
Eu sei que vós estáis aqui. Apareça aqui, espírito. Nossa, opa. Calma, vocês ficam aí. Calma. Apareça aqui, espírito. Nossa, opa. Calma, vocês ficam aí. Calma. Quem é que está aqui? Olha meu braço aqui, pessoal. Olha isso que tá enrolando. Calma, segura a mão, segura vocês aí. Pessoal, cara, tá estralando. Isso, cara do céu. Minha nossa. Que é isso? É espetacular o que tá acontecendo ali. Ficam vocês sentados. Meu joelho tá doendo bastante aqui agora. A energia aqui neste lugar é impressionante.
Que faz isso, Dion?
Escuta. Tem algo pra lá. Tem algo pra lá. Vocês ficam aqui e ela vem comigo. Pessoal, as câmeras estão gravando. Tem câmera gravando lá. Tem câmera lá. Ali, eu espero ter pego o que houve aqui neste lugar. Não estou vendo nada fora, a não ser a própria porta que acabou abrindo aqui. Me mostra onde eles foram enterrados. Aqui foi aonde eles foram enterrados. Dá uma olhada nisso, pessoal. O que foi? O que aconteceu? Fala pra mim, o que aconteceu aqui? A bola tava lá em cima, ela desceu? Cara do céu, pessoal, é impressionante, não é?
Whatever he did during that ritual definitely made things worse. The spirits were not ready to leave. The oven smacked itself up to oblivion. The sliding doors moved by themselves. Loud banging echoed through the house. And the pram turbocharging.
Oh, I never even noticed that. Oh my
Not
God.
to mention the candles flickering like something straight out of a Mario Bava movie. What do you think? Were these just restless spirits messing with the shells and doors? Could this be a real ghost sighting? And what's up with candles? Is this place actually haunted or what? Let us know what you think. Shooting a film can be stressful business as it is, but what happens when you throw in a good paranormal punch in the face? That's what happened to Stephen Ray when he and his friends were trying to finish off recording a scene. As soon as they hear action, all hell seems to break loose. Take a look.
We're here, we're filming the last scene for this horror movie we're doing. We saw the title yet. Should be coming out soon. We decided to set this camera up as a wide shot for the behind the scenes, get our whole setup. Fernand's recording handheld.
HD10?
Yeah. And we have the iPhone 4 up here filming another angle. So let's just get started. Show you guys how we do it.
1.4, so that's 10
HD10
years old or
on
something.
and recording. Audio.
Raw audio.
Audio recording.
Ready and action. Wait, cut. Who's upstairs? No one. I just saw somebody.
This is a setup. This is a setup. It's got to be. I mean, if I film on a movie, this is.
There's no one else here.
This is a way to promote it, yeah?
He thinks he sees someone. He goes to have a look, realises it's nothing, and goes back to business. That's standard, except it's never that simple, is it?
Ready, set.
Oh my God.
The heck was that?
For me.
Did you knock over the picture?
No, I just saw it fall down. Is the nail loose or something?
No, everything seems fine.
Oh.
Let me check out the lights.
The second take goes to pot as well, but they all seem to think it had to be a big prank. But when they go in for a third take, they realise that this is no joke.
Let me check out the lights. I think it might just be a short on it. Electrical. Yeah, I think it's just a short.
What the? Hey, who's out there?
Motion for the movie though.
Looks like something else wanted their 15 minutes of fame too. What could have used all three of them like floor mobs so easily? Something sinister that we want nothing to do with. This university may need to investigate past students as their ghosts seem to be trapped in one of the stalls of the bathroom, or perhaps has found that spot perfect for luring in its next prey. posted on TikTok by Daily Dose of Ghost. The video shows a musician at university who went to the bathroom but had a lifetime experience of ghost haunting. In the video, he explains what happened to him. The student had gone to the restroom to ease himself, but upon getting there and wanting to wash his hands, he heard a banging on the door of one of the stalls. It gets him quickly frightened as he soon realizes he is alone in the bathroom, and so he records himself, hoping to prove he isn't making this up, and his proof comes in hot.
Not a glory hole then.
Universidad. Pero lo peor ahorita es que estoy, bueno, acabo de terminar de hacer el baño. Y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros. Y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo. Mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado. Pues aquí no hay nada, vean. ¿Ah? Tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Y aquí pues y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero uy. Escuchar. Escucharon.
What was that? Yeah, I saw something.
No hay nada.
Saw like a face.
If you missed it, don't worry, we'll go over it shortly. But what makes this even creepier is that he literally had already checked the stalls to prove they were all empty. The banging begins on the stall just right behind him. And the door isn't even closed all the way. As he approaches through the tiny opening at the other end of the door, we see a ghastly face pale and grey, with a deadpan look, staring back at us. The boy lifts his phone above the...
Yeah. Okay, everyone, that's me for tonight on my first official live. Any other ones that are on this channel, never mind them, because they're all garbage. But this is about 4 hours long, so I am going to stop this now. Where are we? Okay, end stream. End.